Alright. Last time.
There's
Last
one
time
without zero
on Kings of
arrests.
the Apocalypse Z. Okay. Ahem. Wow, I wrote real good notes, guys. You guys want to know what my notes were?
Sure.
What?
Jack died. Got his boon slash
Oh,
curse. Nash used curse mark. Jumped into the river. They ended on the moon bridge.
yeah. I mean,
To be
That
fair,
pretty much sums
what
up the
happened,
session. That
but-
kind of sums up the session.
Yeah.
Usually I take really good notes for myself, and since it's been a couple weeks, it's not very good.
Rest of it was us walking around the city. Like that. I talked to
Yeah,
Jordan.
you guys walked around the city, talked to a few people. Some of you guys, did your things that you were doing. Some of you did research, which I believe was mostly Noche. I think everyone else did a little bit of research, but Noche kind of involved himself into it a little bit deeper. Vash wandered the city trying to find a way to gather a letter of approval, or letter of recommendation, sorry, so you guys can get into the Star Courts and such. And then Aiden made a performance. Nash cooked. You guys met a very important individual, as has been noted. Her name is Erisy. Can I get Jack? Did Jack and Vash? Did you guys end up seeing Erisy? Did I note that you guys saw her or noticed her at all?
Who?
Her name was Erisy. I showed a picture of what she looked like. I don't know if I put it in handouts.
was she
I think
the
Nash
lady at
might have seen her.
the
I'm not sure
performance?
about Aiden.
I came face to face with her, serving her the final meal, and she.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you guys make a
Yes.
check, and I'm trying to figure out who's getting the check.
A check on how well they did.
No, to see, to know some information, but I need
Like a
to.
tip?
I'll give you a tip. But just the tip. So, Aiden, because it was a part of your performance, I'll say that you noticed her, considering she was kind of like the big person that's supposed to show up. So, like, you would have noticed her in the stands.
Okay, yeah.
Jack and Vash make perception checks, and you will not be able to knack this because we'll just call it too late. Vash, because fuck you, that's why. Just make perception checks to see if you guys would have noticed that person, because there's been a couple of, like, important people. Vash, you hit the mark with a 20. So I'm going to let Vash, Aiden, and Nash, all three of you can make a history check.
History.
Vash, never mind. You can knack this one if you would like.
I will.
Okay. Ooh, unfortunately, none of the three of you succeeded.
Damn, it was a 20 DC.
It was indeed a 20 DC. It was a pretty
I knew it.
important knowledge. Or, like, very, I don't want to say obscure, but, like, not commonly known information. I would say that when you saw her, though, like the three of you, you would notice that she's elvish, obviously. You could tell pretty clearly by looking at her. But there's something different about her in terms of how she's elvish. Like, she doesn't seem to be, like, you've seen high elves, wood elves, drow. You've seen all sorts of kinds of elves. Maybe you've even seen sea elves or astral elves, or even some pallid elf. You've seen all sorts of elves, and she does not stand out among any of the elves that you've seen. Or, she doesn't seem to match any of those kinds of elves. She seems to be unique, like, different. In terms of, like, skin tone, presentation, body makeup, like, everything just looks a little bit different. And she had wings, if I didn't say that before.
Oh, okay.
And I forgot her name. I was going to type it in.
Erishi?
Erisy
Thank you.
Kalinov?
Yeah, thank you. My brain fucking farted out.
Yeah, that was my only notes from last session was her name and her
That's
being in my
such a good
performance.
picture of her, but I can't use that one.
I had an H in there. Maybe I fucking mistyped that. Oh no. Wait. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I gave you guys a handout. She should be in your notes. That's what she looks like. Imagine that, but wings. And her wings do look like hawk wings, I believe. Yeah, her wings are kind of like hawk wings. They don't look like angel wings or anything. They just look like hawk wings. She wore a silver robe, like a white-ish, silverish robe. It had a green, I don't know what they're called, but like one of those green, like things that wraps around the dress. It's a dress, not a robe. I don't know, a robe dress, what the fuck you want to call it. It's very lengthy, like it drags on the floor. She has like a green thing that kind of wraps around it at the waist that goes down to about her like knees. And there's like this weird little kind of like metal thing that sits in front of it. She does wear these gauntlets on her arms that go up to like her shoulder, just under her shoulder, and they are silver and green. And then on her, and then she has like this weird like banner that hangs in the front of her like dress. I don't know how else to explain this because my brain can't think of words, but like it hangs in front of like her crotch that goes down all the way down to like the in between the middle, like a loincloth, I guess, but it's not a loincloth because it doesn't, it's not all she's wearing. And it has a symbol that looks like, I'm gonna try to draw this. I can't draw for Jack Dick Holio, so it kind of looks like that's supposed to be a crescent moon, and then
Oh, up here.
Oh, okay.
there. That's what it looks like.
Have any of us seen this symbol before?
I would say that none of you. Hold on. Because I might be mixing up what it is. So hold on. Holy shit, her real name is a lot longer than I thought it was. Give me 1 second. Okay, hold on. So that that moon, because it's a little misrepresented in the picture I'm seeing, is supposed to like kind of wrap and close at the end. So like the 2 points are supposed to go further and then close, but it's still supposed to be very much a like moon looking thing.
Okay.
I'm looking for my notes. Hold on to make sure I'm not mixing up what this is. Yeah, I would say that you guys have none of you would have any sort of reason to know what that is. I might have given you some information if you guys had passed the history check, but
There.
because that information would have been tied to that. But that is what you guys got. Just a reminder to some information that happened. But we do end on the bridge. Jack, your things... I'm working on it. So it may or may not happen tonight if I
It's fine.
find the time to multitask.
Not worried about it.
So, Nash jumped in the water and took a swim, which is not very safe, by the way, considering how strong the fucking current is, because you are attached to an ocean. You may be a little bit far out, but it is still an ocean that it is attached to. So the current is very powerful, as is noted by the large fucking ships that get dragged in, or are pulled into shore, and have to be anchored. And I think, where did we end off exactly? I don't remember. I think Noche was kind of like concussed. That's not that's the closest word I can think of. Dazed, concussed, confused, a mixture of all the things. Made some comments that seemed to be not related to what was going on to your guys' perspective. And then I think he kind of came out of it towards the end to a degree.
I would argue he's still concussed and probably passed out for the rest of the until next long rest, I guess.
Well, there you go. He's fucking snoozing on the ground very uncomfortably. And then combat ended. Nash jumped over. Jack is kind of at the, I guess, like, apex of the situation that just happened. Like, it just kind of came to fruition and is whatever happened. So I'll let you guys take over roleplay, whatever you want to do, and then we will go from there.
Uh, Jack, are you okay?
Of course, I'm fine.
I
Whatever you
guess.
say.
What are we gonna do about Nash and Noche, for that matter?
Wait for him to be done with his shame. As for Noche, we'll drag him back to the tavern.
Okay. Is it
Okay.
nighttime? What time?
Yes,
is
it is like dead of night. It's like 3 in the morning,
We were supposed to meet at the bridge at the witching hour.
which is 3 in the morning in real life, but
Mhm.
there is no like clock in D&D, so to say. So it's kind of described. Time is described by where the sun and moon is placed in the sky at the moment, or like moments of the day. So like high noon is obvious. Um, there is the witching hour is a common one because of the time and people are known that where like hauntings happen and stuff like that. It's actually a D&D reference as well. I can't think of any more off the top of my head, but yeah.
Well, I'm beat to shit. I think we all are. Let's just grab Noche and
Sure.
get back.
I've got him. I'm perfectly fine. Feel a little revitalized, actually. I'll grab Noche and throw him over my shoulder. Because the swap hasn't happened, I still have 17 strength, which I assume is enough to pick him up.
You can make the swap if you want on all that stuff. I'm just talking. I was more talking about the weapons I was telling you about.
Oh,
So
I'll
if
wait
you want
for
to
the
swap
weapon.
everything else, you can.
I'll wait for the weapons coming because I have strength only weapons right now. So I have a warhammer and a longsword. So either way, I have to have strength to use them.
Interesting.
No, you don't. You only have to have strength for one of them.
Well, yes, but point still stands. Anyways, I do pick up Noche, throw him over my shoulder. Kind of just
Alright.
breathe in the night air nice and deep. All right, to the tavern then. What are you babbling on about, mate?
I cast
Didn't we
Psychic
leave off?
Whispers.
Didn't we leave
to Aiden.
Noche off on babbling?
He was, but he's unconscious now.
Oh,
Is he unconscious?
he's not babbling at all.
Yep, he's sleeping.
Yeah, Nutch's snoozing
Q checks.
against his will. To be fair, kind of against his will.
Telepathically,
brother?
I message Aiden and I say, "This is weird, right? Like,
Can I respond?
you can, yeah.
Okay. I forget which abilities
We
are
have
which.
a bond for 4 hours now where we can speak
Okay.
telepathically."
I'd respond to, yes, I'm a little bit concerned.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, to aloud. Let's go. Let's go to bed.
That was rough to say the least. Nash will find his way home. I hope.
I would be in the water until I am a good while outside of the city and spend the night outside to do what I can to avoid people and especially and just any hint of my form being found.
I'll be right back.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck? It confused me for a second.
Twas my plan all along.
Rally cap. Music's fire.
Oh, it's muted. Fuck.
I was like, I just figured you were looking through something, or were waiting.
Yeah,
for
I
me
just
to
figured you
get
were looking for
back,
something.
or-
Yeah, same.
So here's my question. What was the last thing I said?
I thought you were gonna let us roleplay.
yeah.
Man, I've been muted for that long. I've made so many comments.
Oh no.
So
Wait, there was like something after that, I think. But
Oh, well, yeah, we
it
talked
wasn't a
about
lot.
my
There were,
swap
like,
on stuff.
Yeah.
So, fuck, where did I leave off? God damn it! I said something about like what time meant. Was that part of it?
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
said?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I got if there was anything else important. Make 3 athletics checks, Nash.
Okay.
Did you hear what I said about like you not being easily seen in that whole situation, or was that missed?
That was missed.
Fantastic. So, as I said, you are going to be easily unseen. As you're going through the city during this time of night, you realize that even the couple of people that are like on shore doing stuff are not going to be seeing you super easily unless you're flopping around like a fish out of water. You have enough strength to not be that bad at swimming. You may not be like great at it, but you're not that bad. Now, once you get outside of the city, you guys remember on the way here that it was practically dead. There was not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot of life, so it's pretty easy to not be seen. But you do need to make athletics checks because, like I said, it is earlier. I don't know if this was caught, but it is a strong current because it does lead to the ocean.
I am also invisible for an hour due to the potion I drink.
Okay.
So 3 athletics checks. Okay.
Yes. Actually, what's your con modifier? Is it 4?
Yeah, I have 18 in con.
So make 4 of them.
Okay.
Oh, this is probably back to normal. Or it will be.
20. 13.
It's a 15 DC. So
Okay. 16. 27.
So you're fine. If you failed most of them, you would have taken a point of exhaustion, but you're fine. You end up swimming through the night. You know, it's still tough. It's hard. It's not easy. You fight your way through the rough waters. It's not like seawater rough water, but it's still not easy considering you don't know how to swim. Well, I shouldn't say that. You don't have a natural swim like you are like you want a literal fish or a creature that has a natural swimming speed. So it is a lot more difficult, especially with all like your equipment and such on you. But you do manage to find a shore decent ways outside of the city. Probably take you on foot a couple hours to hike back to the city.
Okay. I'll wait until almost morning, and then that's when I would head back. So I would probably get there a little after daybreak. Would be the plan, and rest until then.
Okay. Everyone else just going to the inn then?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunate, but I'm not a good enough swimmer, so...
To be fair, neither is he. It's just half your
I
movement
know.
speed in water. Just so anyone's aware, water, like if we ever do a water combat, there's a water cult, so don't be surprised if it happens. When you guys are in water, like everything's at disadvantage in terms of fighting, unless you have like natural stuff for it. I forget what it was. I have to look it up again when we get there. But there's like, pretty much, I'm pretty sure all of you, unless there are certain things done to prepare, you guys will have disadvantage on like every attack roll underwater. And then obviously your movement speed is just halved. And then like holding your breath is a number of minutes equal to your con modifier. But that being said, that means if you're holding your breath, you cannot cast like somatics and stuff like that. And the moment you stop holding your breath, you begin like choking and suffocating and all that crap. So, or not somatics, vocal components. You can do somatics easily. Vocal components are kind of hard. Not kind of hard; they're impossible while you're holding your breath because you have to speak. Nope, those aren't words. Those are sounds.
What are words if not sounds?
Words are sounds. Sounds are not words.
Sound argument.
Factual argument. The enemy of the far right. I'm looking for something.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for someone to respond to me.
Oh.
What? Mind Goblin? What? Okay. Sorry, I have to read a couple things. I'm multitasking. So, let's do a little bit of role play. Get people back into these characters that we haven't talked to in some time. Actually, I'm having an ADHD moment. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do first before I forget. Here, I'm gonna do this. So I remember. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna go through everyone. I want everyone to describe to me some. Doesn't have to be out to the other characters, but I want you to just say it out loud, so other people can help understand your character, whether their character would know or not, but the players can understand. I want everyone to describe their nighttime routine, what their character is thinking in the current moments about all current events. Maybe not just the exact one that just happened, but maybe things about the surrounding things that are going on in their life and the life around them. Just all the things that they're thinking about that are of importance to themselves or that are racing through their minds. And then also tell us what your morning routine is as you wake up, whether it's a normal routine or something unusual because you guys are in another unusual place as adventurers. So I'm going to start from the bottom this time. Vash, talk to us while I look for stuffs and listen.
Okay. So Vash has a lot going on in his mind, actually. I guess current event-wise, he's concerned about whatever the fuck just happened with Jack. He's acting really weird after we almost all just fucking died. He's also concerned about Nash, just general safety thing. Hopes he made it out of the city okay. Hopes he sees him again in the morning. Pretty sure he'll be alright, but still worried. I think he feels uneasy about everything that's going on in Silvery Moon. The Brotherhood of the Silver Hunt being here, especially creepy-ass Jardan being here. And then we have a party full of just exactly the kind of people that they go after. So it's kind of nerve-wracking and puts him on edge. I guess, big picture-wise, he has a lot of questions about when we all have our little visions, he doesn't understand his. They don't make sense to him. It sounds like everybody is having a vision pertaining to a cult or a faction of a cult that kind of touches in on their backstory, but mine is just all darkness and pitch black, and I don't know what to, there's no specific plane in my mind to tie that to or anything, so it's just all kind of confusing. I kind of feel like I'm just floating in space with no sense of direction, and I'm really kind of relying on others for the first time, but necessarily so, because doesn't really know what to do, where to go. I guess that's how he feels. As far as routines, sorry, I totally skipped that part. Jesus. I think Vash regularly does like hygiene stuff, but when available. He probably stays in his leathers though all the time. I don't think I doff my armor ever. Every once in a while, although definitely not regularly, will he think on and pray to Timora. But he's feeling the urge to do so more now recently because he really needs a little bit of luck to come his way to kind of get things going, to help him out, to understand, to, you know. So on this particular night, he's going to say a few words to her before going to bed. And then obviously he always sleeps with his daggers on hip. Probably doesn't need to because of the psychic blades, but it's just an old habit that he won't let go of in the event that these weird psychic blade powers that he's relatively recently discovered suddenly don't work anymore or whatever. So, all right, I think that about sums it up.
What would those words to Timora be?
Oh, hey, so I know it's been quite a while. I check in every now and then, but I don't really ask for much, or not saying that I'm deserving, but just, you know. Anyway, could really use a little bit of you right now. I think I could benefit from a stroke of luck, or honestly anything. Any kind of branch that you could extend my way, because this is all just too weird for me. I've always done things on my own, and now I am lost in a sea and reliant on the things around me. I feel powerless, and I don't know that I can do this for much longer. So, you know, anything, any kind of a sign, or a push in the right direction would go a long way. Regardless of what you decide or whatever, you know, I'll be here. Amen.
You question yourself at the end of that and say, what the fuck did I say amen for? What does that mean? As that does not exist in the D&D verse. I forget what it is. They have like a saying, but I forget what it is. It's been so long since I've heard it's been said. But they have like a thing that they say. I have to look it up. It was in I think it's the second edition book for like gods and everything that goes over all the like the deities and shit. So, but if I figure it out, or remember it, I'll tell you guys. You pass through the night. You make a prayer, and when you make a prayer to your god, but you understand that's not how your god takes. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Like, that's not how she accepts, like, donation, I guess. That's not the word I'm looking for, but that's the closest thing I get. Like, or devotion. She, like, every god has specific acts that they occur, that earn you, like, piety. And you can tell that that is not how you earn it for your god. It's not by praying, but through certain kinds of actions that you have not performed in some time. And you get that feeling, as if almost maybe Timor is sending you a message that it's been some time since you've played with luck, is the feeling that you get. And that could be a host of things, by the way. That's not like, I'm not being cheeky. Like, it is a generic thing. There's a lot of shit that you could do to earn her favor.
Okay.
Because you haven't interacted with her yet, I still want to try. When you do, I want to try to give you something. That way you understand how to interact with her in the future, if you choose to. Let's do Noche next. Sorry, I was looking something up.
Okay. Well, Noche in his current mindset comes from a place that's very more orderly, more everyone has to work hard to get to where they want to, and things are more in control. But since he's been out here in the, I guess, surface world, things have been a lot more chaotic and a lot more disorganized, which is kind of throwing him off a lot. Since how did all these seemingly opposing factions are able to work together? But then how is the organization he's part of are working together, but seems very disorganized, at least through what he sees. And it seems like the more that he learns about the world, the more he understands that he understands a lot less about it, and how everyone around him seems very impulsive, and how he's kind of being kind of drawn to that chaotic nature of things. So right now he doesn't really know what to think, but he's trying to keep control of himself and try to keep the things around him also in control under, I guess, maintenance, under like a careful watch, make sure things don't get like too out of hand. But considering the things how recently turned out, things are really out of hand now. But I guess his daily routine would be, well, when he gets up, he would try to like groom himself as much as he can, like, because you have like these massive wings, it's very hard to like maintain them and like try to clean them, because like you don't want to go around smelling like stinky monster guy, you know. And he would do his typical hygiene things like anybody else would do. Get food. He'll try something new every day if he can. And at night he would try to, I guess, talk to his guidance, tell him about the things he's learned if he has the chance, if he has learned anything new recently. But at the things right now, he hasn't learned anything too major. Well, up until today, but he never got a chance to do that since he got fucking ambushed by a vampire. And right now he's just kind of like having one of those as she said, just trying to like figure things out and try to just understand where he is right now. Yeah, I think that's where Noche is right now.
Okay. What about was that a part? The way you explained it, was that like your nighttime routine, or is there more to add to that?
I mean, his nighttime routine would be try to like pray to his God and tell him what he has learned and try to understand. But I'm trying to think, because like routines are not really something you think about until like someone asks you like, "What does your character usually do?" And it's like, well, what they do. I guess Noche is a very studious person, so he would try to like keep up with whatever books he has, and then try to buy new ones. But I haven't really done that lately since there's not really much books around to learn from, since everything's either like tiling it up, or once he gets the chance to actually read something, he would spend all his money to like actually deal with it, like he did recently. But yeah, as for nightly routine, he would try to like eat something new wherever they are, and like just try to read a interesting book about trying to learn about the new world he's trying to live in, try to save.
What about your morning routine when you wake up after this interesting night?
What I do after this night when I wake up.
Yeah, like if it's not your part of your normal routine, what routine do you take in the morning after this night? Whether it's unusual or usual, what do you do?
I fucking wonder why I have a fucking massive headache and just try to remember what happened last night. I would see visions of and flashes of like friends fighting, but not really understand why I wasn't able to do anything. Kind of like, that feeling when you have like that paralysis demon when you're like taking a nap and you can't really exactly get up and do anything about it. That's kind of like the feeling I imagine he was going through. of like trying to like do something, but like not able to. But since it's the morning after, he would like try to see where everyone else is and try to like start asking questions like, "Hey, what the heck happened last night?" And like try to examine his body as like, why is he in so much pain? Why is everything so muddled?
Okay. Anything else to add?
And not at this moment.
Fantastic. Nash!
Well, once Nash is able to get out of the water, he'll definitely, first thoughts is just how brisk the water is, and finding a place try to find a place without any people. And once he finds a more comfortable place, he would take time to reflect on the fight that just happened, the choices he made, whether they were the right or the wrong ones, and feeling like most likely they were wrong if he was sure that Jack died at his feet. He's back now and not sure how to really process all of that, but knowing that there was probably something he should have done instead. And then relying on this form again and changing into this form in the middle of a city with people, the silver hunters being here, and daring to change into this, how it could have affected his friends. It's kind of affected him in a lot of ways. And for sure he would seek guidance with Selûne. When he would have a moment, he would try to look up at her and take in, I believe you said she's almost full, but not quite yet, this night. And just kind of taking her in and trying to find a balance. I'm trying to seek this, my strength and my weakness, but when things like this happen, it's hard. I hope that you're able to look down upon those who live in your light this night and guide them in the right way, even if I wasn't able to guide myself in the right way. Please keep everyone safe, especially for me if I lose myself tonight. Please keep my friends safe and get them back to their end and get us through this last journey until we're able to travel again and find you in our lives. And then I would find a place to rest for the night until it's getting closer to the morning and head back home. Nash's usual night routine would be to he would clean his cooking utensils and sharpen and maintain them in any way that he would need, and do a basic prayer unless something was going on, and do a basic workout just to get his body loosened up for the night. In the morning, he would sharpen and maintain his weapons before doing a morning workout routine, just to kind of wake his body up before either cooking breakfast or getting breakfast with the ones that he cares about and facing the next day. This morning, he would spend it getting back into town and traveling as discreetly as he could until he's able to get to the gates of Silvery Moon.
Okay. Anything else to add?
No, that will be it for Nash.
Haven't said my own name. Jack.
I mean, his night routine is what it always has been. Finds time to practice his blade and contemplate the singular burning goal he's had since he started his journey: the complete and utter destruction of Azrael and everything that he stands for. He thinks about how helping these people deal with these fuck-ass cults will eventually earn him enough favor to have them help him achieve his ultimate goal. And how it's somewhat superfluous that he's got to do this, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do because you can't take on Azrael by yourself. If Jardan's that scared of him, Jack wouldn't stand a chance. And then he just kind of goes to sleep outside of his normal hygiene stuff. Cleans himself, helps with the sweat from his armor, gets a nice meal, and sleeps soundly, knowing that he'll need the energy for the next steps of his journey the next day. As for his morning routine, he does probably some light exercising, stretch muscles, might start to test his tolerance for sunlight a little bit. While it doesn't directly burn him, it makes him extraordinarily uncomfortable, but God, that mask was just such a fucking problem. Hiding from his shame from what he was for what? There's no point. And so, gotta kind of get used to sunlight again. So probably just stand in the street looking straight up for 15-20 minutes, just absorbing what he can. You go back inside to start his day.
Anything else to add?
Nope, that's about it. As it always has been.
Aiden.
So, I feel like there's kind of a lot of uncertainty, just with like everybody and what has been going on lately. But I feel like uncertainty is almost normal for Aiden, in a way, but like currently it's for people he cares about, and that is not as normal for him. Um, and there may be an inkling, like a drop in the ocean of, I had the word earlier, but I forgot it now, of mistrust, disbelief in his mother, but it's not really anything crazy. It's just like a seedling has been planted, I guess, more than anything. But he still like fully will trust what she says and tells him. Um yeah. And then like a nighttime routine. He's probably like when we first start winding down, he'll like play his instruments a little bit, just keep some sort of light strumming, calming tune. Um but then as like night gets closer, he'd probably stop to eat food. Once that happens, he's cleaning his instruments. Maybe not all of them every night, but definitely the lute that he, uses all the time in fights and whatnot, and is always like tuning them. Uh, yeah, and uh, he, if he has a bed, like the opportunity for a bed, um, you know, before he goes to bed, he's like always making his bed. He puffs up his pillow before he lays down. Um, but on the road, doesn't have that much of an opportunity to do that. So he gets it in while he can. Yeah, that's it for the nighttime routine. Morning, I don't know if there's anything like super crazy. Wakes up. I'm gonna make him. There's coffee in D&D, right? So like, yeah, he has a Thornold mug, so might as well use it. Maybe tea. Tea might be more his thing actually. So that's probably what he'd he'd have a cup of whatever the fuck tea, and sip it in the morning with some like breakfast. I don't know, something super basic.
What would
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were done. My bad.
Nope. Yep. It's done.
What time ish do you think would Nash be leaving to try? Like, what time would he try to be back in town by?
A bit after, probably close a little past daybreak, so between 8 and 9.
Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm reading something. I'm rereading through a couple things really quick, so I apologize. But does anybody have my brain just shut off wholly. So Nash is gonna get there early in the morning. You guys are probably gonna wake up probably a little bit before he'd get there. Whole sun up and thing. Despite being adventurers, no matter how late you go to bed, you kind of wake up at that time. It's kind of just a part of the internal body clock of being in the world of Faerun. You guys wake up quite early. It's not like the butt crack of dawn, but it's like the sun is pretty high in the sky. It's the cocks are cockadoodling. The people are making noise. You guys wake up, and at about the time that you guys wake up and all kind of walk out into your into like the lobby area, you do see Nash kind of arriving, and then Jack, I will handle you in a minute while you guys talk and do what you will do. I am going to finish something up, and then I will get to you.
You okay?
Actually, I'm gonna get to everybody after I finished reading what I was reading, because I wasn't as prepared as I should have been. My bad.
Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to see we're back safely. Jack, Noche, how are you doing?
I'm in a lot of pain. What happened?
There was a vampire who kidnapped you last night and was wailing on you pretty badly, and you were pretty out of sorts. We were fighting him, and he did a lot of damage to us. Jack went down pretty hard when you were out of sorts, and I had to leave for a while due to
You know what?
He had to hide his shame.
Yeah, that.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, that's bad. But more than anything, I just didn't want any trouble with you guys after everything that happened.
Noche, do you remember what happened to you yesterday at all?
I remember that I was at the library, and I felt that I stayed there a bit longer than I intended to. So then I left and tried to make my way back to the inn, but being in an unfamiliar city, I essentially got lost. And then I took a wrong turn in an alley, and then after that, everything went dark. And then there were just a couple flashes here and there, but I'm trying to organize the events in my head, but it's not really coming out too clear.
that happened to you. That's really concerning.
I should have been more attentive. I shouldn't have let my guard down.
No, you shouldn't have.
Well, yes, but it is at least somewhat reasonable. In a city like this, we have not really been confronted.
She was
yet with
rather
Buffalo.
difficult.
Yes, even if he had his guard up, I imagine it probably would have still been hard to.
That's fair. That was a bit
spot her.
rude. Noche, she was a little unique.
Her abilities that I couldn't really understand, that darkness that's laid into you. That was difficult.
However, because of my incompetence, I have let all of you down. So I do apologize for that much, at least.
I'm just
Jock-
glad that you are currently alive and okay enough.
Jock, she seemed to know you. Do you know her or anything about her?
I don't know her specifically. I assume that she's one of Azrael's fucking underlings. I mean, she knew my actual name, and I think I can count on both hands how many people actually know that. So, it's a dead name I haven't used for a long time for a reason.
Fair. Sorry.
It's quite both of them, considering this house's, what are they called, the Silver Hand?
Yeah, speaking of that, I spoke to Jardan. Even they hesitate to directly bring conflict to Azrael's door.
That's concerning.
Irritating? Concerning, yes.
I mean, when we encountered him, we could do nothing. I'm stronger since then, but still, I'll have to learn a lot more. But this keeps happening. We'll have to do something about him as soon as we can.
It will keep happening.
Yeah.
I can assure you that much.
That and many more.
Yes, he's going to keep trying until I'm dead. So.
Well,
So then why not just kill you? You could have sent easily more.
Because he likes to play his fuck little games.
Hell irritating.
You know, remember when he captured you all one by one to try and play to my emotions? He tortures his victims psychologically, and he thinks that sending these people after me will do that.
Well. Mm-hmm.
it's awful.
The impending doom that more are coming. It's not awful. It's fucking annoying.
You seem irritated this morning. Or is there something more going on?
No, I'm just irritated that he's playing his fucking games again.
All right.
Question. Before today, did Jack always wear his mask indoor?
Jack always wears a mask. Even when like you guys first met him, until like level 5, level 6, he would push it up to eat and drink in front of you guys and pull it down. He slept with it on. Like he never had it off. Then at night he would get comfortable taking it off and sleeping around you guys.
And no mask. Do you need another?
No. No, hiding one's shame of what you are and what you have experienced only distracts you from your goals. So, no, thank you. I still have it if you'd like to take it and sell it, make your money back. You'd probably get more. It's painted now.
I think I get less. It wasn't painted very well. Not exactly an artiste.
Well, no.
If as long as
Wearing
you,
it means I'm embarrassed of myself, and I no longer choose to be.
So what? All you really needed was a real ass kicking.
It would seem so.
Not that I'm one to say so. I think I got my ass kicked more than enough.
we'll be more ready next time. We know that it's coming, and we know a little bit more what to look out for.
It's kind of the problem. We know it's coming, but we don't know when.
True.
So, we should be prepared. But, him aside, what are we doing? What is y'all's plan for these goats? What's our next step?
Well, we need to. I working at the restaurant last night. I got a bit lucky. I'm glad that they enjoyed my food, but I was able to get admission for all of us into the Starcourt, so we can kind of establish ourselves, let them know that we're adventurers, help out and try to convince them to assist the Ultismum Oculus. So I don't know about the rest of you, but I was able to get access for all of us. Does anyone else have any luck?
Did you get a letter as well?
Oh, wonderful. How did you do so?
I went to the music conservatory. I performed there for them. I think, what is it? Jack and Vash saw it.
Oh,
It was
it's
really
wonderful.
impressive.
It's wonderful, Aiden. I'm glad you got to do a performance like that.
It was my first time really performing quite like that, but it was...
Did you
Cool.
have like a VIP that you performed for? Because there was a VIP that came to the ladies' college that I cooked for. I believe her name was Erisy.
Yes, I do believe that.
You performed for Heresy.
Yes, there was a... I was told that there was a VIP, and that is what I heard as well. RAC.
Yeah, she was the guest of honor, and I served her food to her directly last night.
You serve food to Heresy. The chosen of Yonsei Bid.
Oh, wait, what?
And
Yeah,
I did ask before who the four chosen were, and I do have it written down, so Noche would know this.
I didn't say anything.
Okay, I'm just clarifying.
I
Not that I'm gonna meet it.
felt like I heard that name before, but I didn't make the
It
connection.
is...
Oh
is
no.
that Neverwinter? Am I tripping?
Yes, they're in control of Neverwinter.
Mm.
The
That explains
Ultimate.
the wings, despite being more elvish looking.
I was so preoccupied trying to make a good meal and presentation for the ladies' college that I didn't even think about it. What is she doing here in the city?
Probably looking for us. But not actually. Maybe. Not really.
Maybe they were
Good to
looking
know.
for us, then they're doing a really poor job of it.
She
Well-
didn't seem pleased with my performance as much as everybody else was. And that leaves me concerned, as I did tell a little bit of, of stories of our, escapades.
Oh.
It wasn't like one-to-one or anything, but
Wonder if she was able to make the connection then.
yeah,
That might-
someone smart enough could probably make a connection.
My biggest fear is that, well, one of the reasons we weren't able to go to the Starcourt or the Capitol building that I don't remember the name of was because they were hosting a guest of honor. I'm kind of putting two together here, but it was probably her, and that means that the city may have. Well, we do know that there was concerns about slavery taking place here from the air cultists, but if they're hosting all of this, then that may lead to some of the. I'm speculating, but if the leaders of this place are in support of this, or even some of them, that could cause a lot of problems. How should we approach this?
Well, they're enslaving the elves, then they have to be taking them someplace nearby. And someone must have seen something. Kind of hard not to move a car full of people without somebody noticing.
Oh.
But now that we know that she's in the city, we can't exactly just out of the open say, hey, where's all the missing elves?
Or even mention the Autismum Oculus?
For now, since we have access to the court now, we go there and see what we can find out. Posing as the usual adventurers that we are.
I mean, because we are adventurous. Not posing at all.
Right. That sounds good. Though, at least Aiden, you may have some fame to your name now, so that could be both useful and, well, and dangerous, so I guess keep that in mind. I don't really know what to say about that other than still congratulations.
Thank you.
Just don't get let it to your head.
It is already there.
DM, could we could we say that we had
No.
a long rest? Okay.
Yes.
I had a question. So I had max HP reduced in the fight on the bridge. Is that restored with a long rest, or does that stay gone?
For this, it's restored. I don't know. Let me read if it's permanent. Normally.
I'm immune to necrotic damage.
It sure is permanent. Normally. There will be a time. I'm not going to do it now. It's a little early in the game for that. But there will be a time where I will make it permanent, just so you guys know. Like, the balance of the game for 2024, there's a lot of things that can help you. And so these things are... There's ways to get around those hit point reduction maximums. Or not get around them necessarily, but like...
Fix them.
Yeah, there's ways to fix them. You can't get around with like 10 hit points if you can not take the damage in the first place, which is also like a point. But just be aware so you guys don't like, it's not a huge surprise. There will be a point where I'm like, yes, it is permanent until you fix it. But for now, no. Probably not, at least for another 2 levels. Maybe at level 11 I'll probably, depending on what you guys fight. Or if you guys fight like really low level shit that does like a D4 or D6 damage of worth, then I might also do it. But not against anything that's doing like 46. That's a lot for you guys right now.
Yeah,
Is that something that Greater Restoration fixes?
I don't remember which one. I'm pretty sure it's Greater Esther that fixes it. But you guys would know that also there are services that you can pay for to help to help fix those issues. Which means gold. But
Greater Restoration, any reduction in the target's HP maximum.
there you go. There's your answer.
What no cleric does to a man.
You have a bard.
I don't think I get rid of. Actually, I don't know.
For sure you do. Let's find out.
I would be surprised if we didn't, but I also would be surprised because bards have a weird spell list.
Greater Restoration, yeah, you get it. For bards, clerics, druids, paladins, rangers, apparently.
Does anyone has anything else? Should we start heading over to the Starcourt?
Nothing yet.
It explodes! Boom! Campaign ends.
Ah.
Hooray, we did it.
You, in fact, would not have done it if that happened.
We don't have to
we
save.
got them, right?
Don't have to save the world if there is no world to save.
I mean, that's valid. But that means you fail to save it, so, you know, point redundant.
Long rest and head out. Sounds like it.
Fantastic. I'm going to dragon bully people.
Jack first.
No. Yeah.
I'm just gonna let him sit there for a minute.
It was not.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Hi.
Hi.
How was your
Listen,
bully
I didn't mean
time?
to throw you under the bus. Like, okay, I kind of did, but
I don't care.
okay, it's fine.
It's all good.
It's all good.
I've been waiting all campaign to finally get back to my story, so.
I know, right?
Really, so far, really good job with your transition into the new jacket. He already feels different.
Congratulations on your new transition.
I'm a trans character.
Trans character, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I just usually have a lot of transgressions.
Boo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the compliment, though. I'm glad it's working that quickly.
Nash definitely is like, I feel like I need to step on eggshells more than I used to. I don't know what to do about this. But he's also feeling a whole lots of guilt.
No, I should have said so you don't feel like killing yourself anymore. Depression cured.
Yeah, right?
All right, maybe.
All you gotta do is die. It's fine.
I no longer feel like killing myself. It's now that I've died, it's overrated.
Guys, I don't mean to let you down, but there's nothing there. Like, sorry. The gods are just playing one huge prank on you.
That guy named Jesus, thousands of fucking years ago,
Jesus.
was lying to you.
You can't say that on the first day of Lent.
Yeah, Ken, who's gonna stop me?
You know that people didn't know that schizophrenia was a thing, like, back then?
Yeah, I think when was schizophrenia discovered?
I don't know. When people say God talked to him, you know, kind of sus.
That is definitely a theory, but the idea of schizophrenia wasn't really seen as an illness until 1887, and the name schizophrenia was established in 1908.
Damn. Technology really be like that.
Vash, this is gonna sound like a weird compliment, but I really like the way Vash prayed. It felt like genuine of like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna give it a shot, and it felt very like just how Vash would say all the stuff, rather than something rehearsed or something known.
Fun fact, that's because I myself am an atheist and don't really know how to pray.
Fair enough.
Amen.
I got to experience that on Friday of my really dumb character had to pray and Like I was just as a player, like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? Like, do I know any actual prayers? No, I'm just gonna say fuck it and talk how he would.
Just wing
But
it.
yeah, so I felt like that was very genuine and very good.
Well, thank you. It's how I see the actors do it on TV in the Hollywoods.
Rub a dub dub. Thanks for the grub. Yay God.
Oh, I'm tired tonight.
Yeah. My mom always wanted to, or she was like Catholic growing up,
Mhm.
but she always wanted to try to go to church like every Sunday. So like I've been around like religion, but it's always kind of like been weird. I don't know, to me.
Like that. I mean, born and raised Roman Catholic, church every Sunday, altar server for probably 8 years. I I got my history.
My mother's a non-denominational Christian and my dad's Jewish. So it doesn't really make sense to me to pick and choose one religion. Like, I don't know. If it's real, if any of it's real, then that means one of my parents don't get the eternal happy ever after ending, and the other one does.
I don't
And
think
that's
that's how that
assuming
works.
one of them chose correctly, because there's so many different religions. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. It's not for me.
Here you go.
Well, no.
I think religion is a really good tool to help people heal, though.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
It's a good tool to help people heal.
Oh yeah, it serves. I mean, it has positive outcomes for certain things, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I feel like we're just like everybody that believes in it is just like kind of lying to themselves to make things easier, to make them feel better. Like, it feels like a crutch to me. And I don't mean to be judgy, because I know to everybody to each their own. You know, if you want it or if you need it or whatever, do it. But like for me, I can't ever. I don't know. I'm too like analytical and logical, and it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
It never has, and it never will.
I prefer not atheist, but
Agnostic.
agnostic. Yeah. It's like there's no way to know that whether or not there's a higher power or anything with that.
Excuse me.
I don't know. Cause like I feel like in a way I do like believe in God, but it's not like I don't like follow like a religion. Like I'm not religious, but I feel like I've been raised. I don't know. Weird. Weird stuff.
Good old Catholic guilt.
Catholic guilt.
I don't know.
I don't care about going to church. I like having fucking. I mean, I don't have Sundays off because I work at a fucking grocery store, but I had Sundays off. Like having Sundays free. Even though it's never that long, I don't know. What really gets me though is people who are like fucking super religious, where it's like their whole personality.
Evangelicals, yeah.
It just gives me like
You die.
Ah.
So as you fall asleep into this, as you go to sleep tonight, and your trance, you get into this like vision. Does Vash sleep, or does he choose a trance?
So I would say most of the time it's a trance. But when he is like he just got really fucked up, like was making death saving throws, I would say he would opt to sleep if that's something tangible that elves could choose to do.
I would say elves can absolutely choose to sleep. They can't be forced magically asleep unless God says so, because God says "fuck you," and that's why. Because some beings are more powerful than that. Like I'm never gonna say like a magical potion can, but like if a god of dreams wants to put you to fuck to sleep, you're going to sleep, buddy.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
So on this particular long rest, I would say he would sleep. Yeah.
So as you you go to rest for the night, you're not uncommon to sleep. You've slept before, but you go to rest and lay down and close your eyes, and you feel as your eyelids grow heavy, and you lay there, taking a few final breaths before you doze into your sleep. You feel your eyes shake side to side as you know you're about to pass out, and then you take one deep breath, and as you breathe out one more time, you find yourself in a place familiar. And next to you in bed is a person familiar to you. Someone you haven't seen in a long time in person, only heard by name. But her hair rests over her face, laying in bed next to you. Comfortably, asleep.
Do I know I'm dreaming?
I would say that is up to you as a player and Vash. Because, like, you could take it either way. Being in these visions and dreams can feel very realistic, but that is also up to the character to be like, I know I'm in a dream, I can't make this feel real. But also, you could take it the other way, and, your character almost loses themselves in this, I wish it was real so much that I'm going to make it feel real. So that's up to you.
Man, I feel like we're like right on the line there. Like, he does want it to be real, but I feel like he would know after searching for like literally 100 years for her to just be there. Like it doesn't seem realistic as much as he wants it to be real. So I would say that he probably does know that he's dreaming, in which case he would just kind of stare and take it in, like commit it to memory. That look, the sleeping Alice, hair over face, like mental picture. Take that, remember it, treasure it type thing.
As you take in the picture, the image, and you take your breaths, they feel all too real. You know you're dreaming. Your character feels this and knows this deep within. But it doesn't mean that your character can't bask in this moment that is tearing you to a side where you wish that this was, you were just living in a bad dream before, and this is the reality. And as, you take it in for a second, you go to reach over and, pull the hair from her face. The world goes silent and dark. And you feel as if you're separated from her again. And you see her slowly getting further away from you. Almost like a different bed. Almost like you're having an out-of-body experience. You see yourself getting further and further away. And no matter how much you reach, claw, run, sprint, teleport, whatever you try to do, it just seems like you can't get any closer. And suddenly you see the hair become fire. You see it spark ignite and turn into these embers in the distance. And you see the body sit up, and it looks towards you. And you see a smile stretch across her face. And as the smile stretches, you see the embers burst across her head. And then you feel this gust of wind begin to push from the body, from her, pushing you further away, and you try to fight and claw your way into this to get a better understanding, just to reach one more time. No matter how much you call the name, the voice, or your voice doesn't leave you. You can't say anything. You can only feel and see what is happening in front of you. The body, she stands from the bed. You can't get closer to her, but she gets closer to you. And she holds out her hand and looks to you and smiles past that glowing and fading smile that seems to be dying in the fire. Seems to be burning away, just like the memories from how long it's been since you've last seen anything of her, felt anything of her, smelled. You feel elements swirl. You see as her feet begin to form into stone, as she begins to take heavier steps and slow down, as one of her arms becomes almost clear, as you see it being, the skin being ripped apart as if it's consumed by wind, turned into wind. The fire engulfs the head, and then you see the other arm begins to burn with these embers as well, and then finally the chest turns into this pool of this roiling liquid, just a slushing and swirling liquid. And then suddenly it all becomes a darkened versions of these elements. This earth becomes blackened, decayed, rotted. The wind almost seems like a slicing and bloodied wind, like it's torn away and taken apart the natural parts of the world and absorbed it. The fire becomes this deepened, dark, black fire, almost as if it's come from the pits of the hells themselves. You see the water almost looks like this black liquid, an ooze almost, as it all begins to swirl and mix, and then the body falls. But before it falls, you only hear two words. Not from a voice that sounds like Alice, but an understanding that does, from what you can feel deep inside, come from Alice. Find me.
Where?
And the vision ends.
Self on you.
And your long rest has concluded.
Hooray!
Booting up the PC.
Yeah, with no lasting scars to speak of.
Truly.
Truly.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have individual rooms? I forget how we're laid out here.
Oh, I got an Eldritch Stab.
I believe in this one you were, yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure on this one. I know in the last one you were 100%. This one, I'm like 80-20.
We think there was only 3 rooms available for this one. I believe Jack got his own room, and then it was me and Aiden and Vash and Noche.
Yeah, we got like a king suite or whatever.
We'll just say you have all separate rooms because I forgot.
All right.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to share rooms. If anybody wants to share rooms, they can share rooms. That's fine.
Don't matter to me.
It don't matter.
Hey, I'm walking here.
You know, he almost actually Fro got hit by a car on that dude.
No.
That was all improvised.
Yeah.
The guy should have said, "Hey, I'm driving here."
So should we head over to Starcourt, see what's going on there, and make an introduction, see if we can establish ourselves a bit, see what troubles are in this area, and if we can get some favor?
Not like we have much else to do. Seems to be the goal at the moment.
So, two things. One, I have to piss like a Russian racehorse. So I'm gonna let you guys talk about what you want to talk about there, but I also have something I just want to say something really quick. Start thinking about if you guys want to discuss this really quick before I get back, because my ADHD brain will forget if I don't say it. So one thing that we're building up to a part of the campaign where we're going to go really quick eventually. So there's going to be an intermission after this like chapter, air quote. There's going to be another chapter, and then one more intermission, and then the rest of the campaign's going to happen all in like a straight session. Not at one session, obviously, but like it's going to happen very fast. So that's how it's going to go. It's still going to be like, I mean, bare fucking minimum at least 3 months if we play every single session. And that's like bare minimum. You guys rush through everything and unexpected shit happens. I'm guessing more close to like 6 months at the very least. So just as a heads up there. But once we get not this chapter, because the next chapter is not that long either. It could be long, but just a heads up. So reminder to start working with me on your Hell's characters, so we're not trying to do it too last minute, and I have time to prepare the campaign a little bit better for your characters. 2, I want to talk about Greece, the Greece camp, or like the precursor, like Greek-inspired campaign. It's the precursor, right? So it's going to be like once a month we do it. Do we want to start that soon? As in, probably not until next month if we start it, as like a once per month replacer, and it will be not like interrupting a session kind of thing. So like it'll be like when there's a downtime or a switch between things, that's when we would do it. So like if we end up playing, like waiting 6 sessions then playing it, that's how it would go. I'm not going to interrupt the story to do that. Or do we want to wait until the start of Hells to do it? I'm going to let you guys talk about that while I go take a fat piss. I'll be back. So what you want to talk about the Star Courts, because you guys are going to get there when I get back.
Where's the nearest restroom?
Oh, shit.
Hmm.
I just thought about the fact that I get to openly be an asshole and I'm still the party's face, baby!
Now you get to show your face too.
You guys can do good cop, bad cop. Or maybe bad cop, worse cop.
Bad cop, worse cop!
What was that one sketch from College Humor? Bad cop, ally cop, or Soviet cop? No.
Soviet cop.
While you figure it out, I'm gonna go refill my water bottle.
Bad cop and worse
I know
cop
what you're talking about.
is just one has a mustache and the other one has the military buzz cut. You can fill in the stereotypes.
Bad cop, worse cop. Now, you need to tell us what's going to happen or you're not leaving. Goes to the other guy. He just like stabs him.
Just bashes him in the face. It's that classic like movie thing where they're like, "Now tell us you won't leave," and the other guy just grabs his head and bangs him into the table.
I thought you guys were supposed to be bad cop, good cop. This is my good cop.
This is my good cop.
See, I like you. You only lost a few teeth. Well, I don't know about the I'm fine if we want to power through this one, or if we want to take the breaks to do the Greek campaign. Any opinions from you guys?
I'd rather do the Greek thing in hell. I think we're gonna need a break from hell.
That's true.
It's the heinous shit that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I like that. Then when we get to the Star Court, we'll have to give introductions and our letters of acceptance, and then kind of play it by ear, give our introductions, say that we're adventurers looking for work, seeing, hearing. What exactly
God
should
has
we
returned
say?
to smite thee.
What? Oh.
You heard me.
Oh, should we roll initiative, God?
There's no initiative when I smite. You just die. I
Thou
say
hast
it
been
is done.
smitten.
I have been smitten. Because it's funnier. Hello? There we go.
Roll.
Hello?
Not you guys, sorry. The fucking roll 20 being
Hello?
slow.
The animatronics get a little quirky at night.
Yeah, quirky, that's what we'll call them. Alright, so you guys enter long rest, and I'm assuming you guys gather. So anything you guys want to discuss on the way to the Star Courts as a party?
Oh, we'll give orders of introductions that we're allowed to be in there, and then just let them know that we're adventurers looking for work and trying to understand the area a bit better. Try to get ourselves established. What else should we say? I know we discussed that it's probably a bit of danger. Try to learn a few things. Just ask what's been going on around here. What do you guys think?
What are we thinking?
Like the usual.
Just figuring out what to say once we get to the Star Court.
We generally do better when we just make the shit up on the spot.
All right, then.
I mean, really, the StarCorp probably has more paying jobs that suit our venturing needs. It's a good start of any.
Would be good to establish some capital and help us get some better toys and everything. All right, and I think we'll go. Vash, I don't know if this is going to be kind of like working for a benefactor or a faction, but do you think there's anything that we should expect?
No?
Vash?
Yoo-hoo!
No?
Did he?
Housekeeping!
I think he may have stepped away for a moment. That or can't hear us. I think he. Oh no. Well, then.
Sounds to me like his face is stuck in his potatoes again.
I'm here.
All right.
I was deep in thought as we were walking. Sorry. What were you saying?
Sorry. Well, in case we're getting work from these people or anything, I was just seeing if you would have experience from working with a third party or like a faction or something like this before. Anything that we might want to expect or do or not do.
Well, I've learned in time that it's best not to read too much into things. I don't. It's different, you know. Working with Zent, it was a lot of like really seedy people. You had to be careful. You couldn't trust anybody, and if you asked too many questions, it didn't end well for you. So most of the time, it was, here's your assignment, and then you just do it. Don't ask. Just do the thing, collect your pay, take the next one. When you start asking questions and getting a little too involved, then before you know it, you yourself are the target. So I don't know that this is going to go down that road. But in my experience, I feel like the best course of action in these situations is to just take in the information. I'm usually a fan of don't sign anything before you think about it and read the fine print. But, you know, different situations call for different calls to action. So I think we just kind of got to play this one by ear.
Good. Thank you.
So we just continue to start course then.
I'll use mask many faces to make my face not look the way it does.
There's not helpful.
It's just myself, but the scars and the spiderweb are removed.
Okay.
And he's bald.
Open up the PC.
Did you say he's a butthole?
And he's bald.
Oh.
Actually, what does Jack look like without his mask on?
Yeah.
Very, very, very classic, blue-eyed, black, short-haired, half-elf male. Very cliche-looking. I don't
Nice
actually know.
looking.
I've only ever designed him with his mask. I have no idea what Evandrin looks like.
Never thought that far.
Nope. I know he's got short black hair. He's got 3 scars that travel all the way across his face, and he's got blue eyes. That's it. So I have no idea. But that's what I imagine he looks like. It's just a very basic half elf with blue eyes and short black hair.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Wow, thank you. I heard it did.
Sounded like you heard it.
Oh, I fucking did. Oh, my eyes water. Hold on, I can't fucking see anything.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, you guys arrive at the Star Courts. There's guards outside. They cross their weapons. They ask who's approaching. And what needs have you here? What needs have you here, peasants?
Just friends of the city. Nothing too concerning.
They raise an eyebrow. Well, it concerns
Right.
us very highly.
We're
Of course. One moment, please. Where did I put... Ah, yes. And I hand them my note from Jardan.
One of them takes it, says, "I don't read poor." I'm just kidding. He takes it and he unfurls the scroll and reads it, and then he rolls it back up and gently hands it back to you. And he looks to you and says, "You can walk inside, but you'll have to wait outside of the meeting dormitory, as it is currently being occupied by a meeting with the High Mage and someone of great importance that is not to be named at this current moment. So if you could patiently wait, you will be called when the meeting has adjourned."
Of course.
And they kind of just step aside and open the door for you guys. I'll let you guys in.
We walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
So, give me 1 second, because funny thing about certain places in D&D, despite how important they are, they don't have descriptions. Like, they just don't exist for things. So, let me see if I can find anything that actually exists for this place. I thought I wrote some notes down, but I didn't, so now I have to look. Let's see. Yeah. The building looks like a king's crown. Then is that it? So, we're just gonna go with, imagine you walk in, and the sky is painted with this very magically ink-induced, like night sky. You see stars and a moon hanging in it in the shape of like a turned crescent. It's not like, quite in the crescent, but it is shaped very much like the city's crest, which I believe I put in the handouts channel a while ago.
Yeah. The, like,
Kind
green
of.
thing? The crescent moon? No.
Yeah, kind of. That's not exactly what I was going for, so hold on.
No, okay.
That is their coat of arms for the entire city. But I was more looking like there's like a smaller one. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna post it in handouts. Oh, when I find it. This one. Hello? Stop it. That one. It is so hard to see, I apologize. Well, I use dark mode on Discord, so it's hard to see for me.
And that emblem is where? That's the moon on the ceiling?
Yeah, you see that like as like, but it's like colored, obviously. It seems to be out of magical ink because it looks like the night sky is moving above you guys, and around you is just like this fancy, your normal fancy, noble, high-end like government building looking bullshit that's placed everywhere, like your white marble and stuff like that. So very generic except for the roof. And you see many, many doors, many labels, things that kind of tell you registrations and things to do. Like where you're kind of filing for information. There's places that talk about magic circles. There's places that talk about trade and trade visas and like, you know, agreements and, you know, ship trade and like all kinds of crap labeled everywhere up and down the halls of this place. And then you see one big fucking door with the coat of arms that seems to be, it seems to have a large handle that is made of the coat of arms that splits in half when the double wide door opens. But that door is currently at the center before it turns into any of the hallways that divvy into these like little side rooms with all the information I was talking about.
Is all of this written in Elvish or is it in Common?
It is all in common.
Well, we were told to wait. Do we see a waiting area?
You see a couple benches in the lobby.
Is anybody around? Is anybody looking at us?
Nope, currently empty. You hear like voices and stuff, but they're very, very quiet, probably behind some of the closed doors in the area.
Do we see like surveillance of any kind?
Not that you can tell.
Should we just sit down?
Hurry up and wait.
So the smaller rooms that are labeled, you said, are those on the other side of the big coat of arms doors?
The smaller rooms are no, they're on like, so imagine walk into a lobby.
Yep.
In front of you is the big double door with the
Okay.
coat of arms handles. Left and right are the hallways, all the shit.
Okay. I walk down one hallway to like the first door and read the placard there. What's it say?
Registration for, let me see. I can't think of words, so hold on.
Yeah.
I didn't think of like an order of things, so. I can do this. Citizen registry.
Okay. How long is this corridor? Is it long?
It goes on for a little bit.
Okay.
You can tell it's quite detailed in how they keep things organized. One side seems to be things that deal with like city and trade, and the other side seems to be things that deal with magic. And the side with magic is a lot shorter, but it does have also quite intricate, like, you know, descriptions of what a room might entail.
I go over to that
When I say
corridor
intricate explanations,
and read one of those signs. What's the first one there say?
magic circles.
Oh. What's the next one say?
Magic item permits.
Oh, interesting.
What's-
Okay. Do bards know teleportation?
Bards?
Yeah. Do you learn teleport? Or like the teleportation circle thing?
I don't know.
Is that just a wizard thing? Or wait, sorcerers can do it too, right?
Because, like,
Yeah, I think it's a wizard sorcerer thing.
Okay.
kind of arcane casters.
Yeah, I only got Misty Step because of like a feat that I have.
No,
Fey
I mean,
touched.
you get a Dimension Door
Yeah.
eventually too, if you want it. But
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
the teleportation, is that what it's called? The spell?
There's
There's teleportation, teleport, and teleportation circle. Two
yeah,
different
tele-
ones.
They only teleport level 7.
yeah.
I'm
level
thinking
Oh,
of
I
seven
can get it.
circle.
I think it's
Yeah,
fifth.
No, not
Oh
so.
yeah, 7. Yeah, I get teleport.
Yeah,
7
yeah.
teleport. Yeah.
Bard, sorcerer, warlock, wizard.
And then the one you're talking about is like usually level 6. So
Yeah.
The
level
circle's
5
five.
teleportation circle.
5.
I was right. Fuck you.
And then
Oh, it is 5. Look at that.
yeah, it's 5. But I don't get the big teleport. But I can get teleportation circle.
And bards can get teleportation circle. Bard, sorcerer, warlock, wizard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I walk back to the lobby area, take a seat on the benches that I assume are for waiting to get past the big door, and I'll tell them that looks like magic stuff over there and more governmental citizenry shit on that side.
Are there any like complimentary like little candies we can eat?
Nope.
Fuck.
Have any of you ever been in a place this fancy?
Not by choice.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Aiden, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Ah!
Oh.
Okay, I didn't know your
22.
wisdom save was that low. I thought they also had wisdom proficiency. My bad. You couldn't have passed.
Nope, it's Dex and Charisma.
You feel memories rush into you of some of the Fey courts that you've been to and how extravagant they've been. They may not be the same kind of like stonework and humanoid exotic, but they or like fancy, but they are definitely exotic fancy. Like they are made of the beautiful natural things like woods and leaves and trees and formed from mushrooms and all sorts of things, and how fancy and beautiful those things have been. So you feel memories flood there. So for a moment, you don't think you've been to these. You don't feel familiar in like fanciful places. But then after a couple moments, you begin to like, you know what? I do remember something. And that comes to your mind.
I do believe that I've actually been somewhere. I guess at least a similar level of fancy.
Me and Lily just performed at an auditorium yesterday.
I mean that was fairly fancy, but it's still not quite the level of this. It's maybe like a step below, step or two.
I say the same thing for the ladies' college where I cooked at. It was the most fancy place I've ever been to until entering a government building like this. It just kind of on another level of extravagance. But you've
Without the
been
funding of the taxpayers.
But you've experienced something like this? Did you perform in places or just got into experience them because why?
Never quite a place like this. Not perform at least. That music hall was probably the fanciest place I've performed. Which is a conservatory.
Wonder how long this meeting will be in. If we'll get to see who they're meeting with.
I have a suspicion, but who's to say they don't take the back exit?
I'm deciding which art I want to use. Hold on.
They're like a guy at least like mopping the floors or something. Like a gnome.
Yeah, after if there's dead silence for 5-10 minutes, Aiden would pull out his lute and just strum something basic.
And suddenly, you feel like you're dying. No music inside of my hall. I'm just kidding.
Suddenly footloose.
Footloose.
All right, through the fire and the flames.
Alright, now I gotta play it in real life. Those your fucking poser.
I don't have a guitar.
That sounds like you, problem.
I do have a saxophone. Oh god.
The fire and the flames with saxophone.
Sax your phone. Where the fuck did it go?
I deleted it.
You've been hacked again.
I'm
fucking
in your
hope
walls
not.
right now.
Oh, this is my library. Oh, that makes more sense. Nope. I want to do that. How in the flying fuxicle do I share this shit, though?
It actually doesn't look like it's that hard. At the beginning of it. I just have to learn the notes.
Playing through the fire and
shit!
the flame.
Fuck!
And then he heard or he saw a certain part.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I'm trying to find something to hand out to you guys, and it's not letting me do it, and it's annoying.
Oh my god.
Oh, you know what I didn't do for this yet? Hold on. I will be right back. I'm gonna leave the game.
That is insane.
I need to add something in here.
That
I don't-
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
We have a moment. I'm
16
gonna go use the
9,
restroom.
2 seconds.
Yeah, you're good. I have to add something to the thing. I didn't realize I didn't have the fucking thingamabobber in here. Added in the new Forgotten Realms shit.
I just forgot the thingamabobber.
He's fucking-
Thingamajig.
Dude.
That's what if I can't fucking find it.
I'm not sure if I can move my fingers fast enough.
That's what she said.
I am learning his drumline.
Oh, yeah?
Equally as difficult because I just don't think that man has stamina. I'm convinced that their drummer is a robot.
Dude, because like it's 16 notes in like a second.
Yeah, have you seen that guy actually play that shit?
Well, yeah, except I'd be playing it on a fucking saxophone. Like I feel like it's a
I don't
little bit
know
more
if that's
achievable on a
possible.
guitar. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
a
don't know if that's
saxophone.
possible on a saxophone.
'Cause
dude.
everything else around the is like, yeah, that's fairly simple, straightforward. And then that's just like all at once. Holy shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I see. Hold on. I figured out what's happening, guys. My content sharing was limited. Eve of Ruin, Lord of the Crimson Dawn. We're not playing Eve of Ruin. Okay, so Leos, Lord of the Crimson Dawn, this one, and then I can share it with you too, Jimmy, if you need some of my stuff.
This specific YouTube video only had 500 views. That's kind of crazy.
Okay, now. Let's see. Now you guys have access to some of my shit, which is sick. But let me see if I can access my shit. Setting up this whole thing to be cool and everything, and fucking... And
Waiting in the lobby.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just checking our fake watches. Our sundials.
What the fuck? How do I share? Oh, whoa. I didn't do what I wanted to do. I don't want to do that, though. That isn't helpful. Okay. Time to go to a blank page and just show you guys.
Damn.
It's lovely.
Oh, that's easy.
Wow.
So after some time, you see a woman walk out with a bunch of people
Oh.
following behind her.
Whoa.
Ah,
Or around her. She does not look that stretched, I promise. I just don't have...
Whoa.
I'll stretch her my rifles. No, I'm joking.
Whoa.
Whoa.
dimensions.
Calm
'cause
down.
I can't share.
That looks about right-ish.
The fuck was that?
She looks like she's fucking like looks maxing whatever. Where
What?
like, hold on.
Blue
I
steel.
know what you're talking about. Talking about the Sigma Chad thing where he fucking...
Where people suck on their
Mewing?
cheeks.
Yeah.
She's had buckle
That's
fat
what-
removal.
I was looking at her cheeks and I was like, fuck, dude.
You dipshit.
Then started looking at the other elves and I'm like, damn, why do all the elves look like they're fucking...
There's a better picture of her, too. Hold on. So that's the other one. That's one of them. There's also this one.
Wow, she's so small.
So you see her walk out with the with people surrounding her, and she seems to have a fairly serious look on her face. And she walks by, and she makes eye contact with you all, and then she continues to walk. I need everyone to roll me a history check.
Initiative.
You wouldn't survive.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
I was about to roll it. What was it again? History?
So fuck you, Nash or Vash. You too, Nash.
History.
History.
He's starting. Damn, I'm sick with it.
So no one. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna roll bad when it matters most.
Who am I missing? Nash.
Yeah, he's not here.
Oh, they
Yeah.
said he'd be back, and I missed it.
Yeah.
Well, fuck him anyway. So, you guys, Noche and Aiden, you would recognize it from history books or storytellings that this person is Illustrial Silverhand.
Okay. Lock it. Time to lock it. Let's see. Illustrial Silverhand?
It's, hold on, I'll just spell it for you, because I don't think you're gonna spell it right.
Probably not, because I spelled it like industrial, but...
Yeah. I got the Sylvan right part.
I hope so.
Oh, what the hell? The autocorrect was the right... That's funny.
Yeah, autocorrected to the right thing.
Yeah, I wanted to. It wanted confirmation first, but...
So, there's not much that you remember about this individual, except for she's a highly well-regarded, known, and powerful mage in Faerun. This is battle music, bro. This is the shit you fight like a last boss in.
And then does she have like, and she had like a concerned look at her face? Like,
She doesn't seem to have like a serious look on her face. It didn't seem any particular emotion outside of just, you can tell she was definitely in a serious mood. She didn't seem to be smiling or like, waving or anything like that. She seemed to be focused and serious.
Okay.
And she leaves the court.
After she leaves, I'll say, do you believe that she was the special guest or someone else?
Who was that?
That was
know-
illustrious
check-
Silverhand. She's a great mage of that's quite known throughout the land, but I don't know much about her. Just that
Oh,
she's very well known and powerful.
that
That
was
is, all I got as
illustrious
well.
Silverhand. Okay, I know the name. Didn't know the face.
Vash would have 100% have known her, like the name from back in the day.
Yeah.
He may not have been in the right
Wait,
circles to understand who it was exactly, but like,
Oh, that
he's
was her.
heard.
As I left.
No, that was that must have been the mage. He said a mage and a secret person.
Hmm?
So,
So,
it's a secret.
well, he said, didn't the guy say there was a meeting with the
Oh,
courts was
I think
it
I
was
vaguely
for a
remember what
mage
you're
and
No,
somebody that
no.
he
He
couldn't
said
name?
the high mage was meeting with someone of importance.
Yeah. Okay. Was the someone
if
of
she is-
importance somebody that works at the Star Courts then? Or is she part of the Star Court?
I don't think any of you guys would know that.
What is the Star Court? Is this like a courtroom? Are we on trial?
No. I can't tell if you're actually asking questions or if Vash is being a smartass.
A little bit of both.
The Star Courts is like your typical governmental building with meeting rooms and stuff like that as well. So like I said, you have a bunch of like mixture of shit in here, but a big part of it is a governmental building and meeting rooms, as you were told, wait for the meeting room to be available.
Okay.
But that's really all you'd probably know about the Star Courts. I think like any other intricate details would either have to be learned, or somebody would have done some pretty good research on it. And I don't think anyone looked for that specifically.
Well, she's a mage of renown, and I'm not sure there's anyone else higher than her. Though, to be fair, I don't really know that much about her.
I could take her.
In a fight right now.
Just kidding.
Maybe in the hand to hand a bit.
Let's just. I will say, for some of my people, my spellcasters, you guys know that there are spells that have her name in them.
Illustrious.
As I look through the wizard spell list for anything with illustrious or silver.
It won't have Silverhand. It'll have Illustrial.
Illustrial.
I think there's some older edition stuff too that doesn't exist in like 5e.
Oh, Illustrial's Moonclock. Oh,
That one's new. Yeah.
yeah, that's no one.
I'm probably thinking of some older stuff too, though, because she's been in the game for literally ever.
Yolande's
That's not true.
Regal Presence.
That's not true. She's only been in since like I think 2nd edition. She might have been in advanced. Anyways, so you see her leave. The doors are not closed, but they're not quite wide open either. They are kind of like barely ajar.
Nash, go see if they're ready for us.
Oh, okay. I'll get up and
Damn, that's fire.
go to the door and give it a little knock.
Who goes there?
No, my riddle's
You-
3 to enter passage.
You do hear from the other side, "You may enter."
Oh, thank you. And I'll kind of nod to everybody and open the door and walk in.
Quickly scurry on in.
You see what looks like 4 people, I think. I was mixed up. How many of them? Just one? This button? Nope, that's not the right button. Hold on. I'm looking. I believe it's 4.
Fast as fuck, boy. Move fast as fuck, boy.
It was only 3. It was only 3? Am I retarded? I could be retarded. That's not that bad happened. I literally just saw it like a minute ago. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, yeah, you do see 4 people. You see 2 people that stand side by side to a man who seems to be sitting in a seat that sits above you, almost like a judge sits in like their chair, looking down onto the rest of the court. And then you see what looks like another man who stands at the entrance of the door and closes it behind you as you guys enter. And as you enter, you see a man. I don't know if I have a picture of this guy. I have his name. You see an older man. Let me see. Is there a picture? This is the only picture I got, guys. When it saves. Hold on. He doesn't look quite like this, because this is the closest thing I have, because it's not this guy exactly. It's a descendant of his. But this is the closest you're going to get. So imagine this, but a little bit, we'll say he looks a little bit older, and he looks a little bit, more grumpy. And as you guys enter, you see him look down onto you, and he looks, around, and he says, "For what reason have you entered our courts?"
That guy's an elf.
Huh?
He's an elf?
No, he is, I believe, human.
Okay.
Let me double check. Yes, he's human. I didn't know if he was half-elf.
We are adventurers who have come to the city looking for work and to be able to help out, establish ourselves a bit. We were instructed that this was the best place to seek best ways to help out the city and earn a living. We all worked hard to get admittance to be able to meet with all of you and seek of seeing what you would need.
He looks to you and he says, "And why would I ask any of you for assistance when I have the spell god," and he points to the 2 people next to him, "and the knights of the city? Do you have any good reason as to why I could trust any of you?"
Yes. I hand him the letter.
"This is a simple letter of recommendation. Jardin is a skilled monster hunter, but he does not know the needs of the city nor care about them. So I ask again," and then he hands the guy that stood behind the door would have brought the letter up and then brought it back down. "So I ask
okay.
again, what is it that you believe you bring to my city that I do not already have, that I could rely on you for?"
I seek to bring peace and security to my... Nope. Wrong thing.
Galactic Empire.
We are not from your city. That is true, and that does bring reasons for untrust. But that also gives us some both anonymity and able to do what some of your guards or people who live here aren't able to do. And if there's anything outside of the city or reasons that you would see beneath your people, we would be able to accomplish this to show that we both mean well and want to help out and both earn a living and earn the respect of those who live here.
You are all a bunch of adventurers in a time where we are anguished by a potential apocalypse. So, do you just adventure to adventure, or do you have a thorough reason as to why you do it all? And this man looks to seem to have a serious look on his face. Like, the questions he asks, he does not ask with... you can tell, he doesn't seem to be hiding the intent behind his questions. He doesn't seem to have, like, any specific body language. He is asking you, like, a legitimate question, looking for a legitimate answer. He does not seem to be trying to, like, hide questions in his questions.
I'm hoping to find someone who was taken from me. And I know that I need to be stronger and know the world better before I can find them. That is why I adventure.
To unseat the cults.
And
Is it
as
a-
you... Oh, go ahead.
To prevent the apocalypse that you speak of.
Finally, some gumption among these fellow adventurers. I used to walk around as a ragtag group of individuals myself before taking the seat of High Mage here in Silvery Moon. People don't have the gall to speak with their minds anymore. Afraid of these damned... whatever the hell they want to call themselves. I call them cults as well. They are a bunch of psychopathic idiots who do not see that the balance of nature is disrupted with their elemental bringings. So,
Well, that's quite a relief to hear.
now that you have stated your reason within my city, do you care to re-explain yourselves as what you are looking for?
Very well. We heard that there was news of elves being enslaved, and we're here to essentially find out why and seek them out.
We're under word of the Altissima Oculus to see if we could provide assistance, and if you'd be willing to establish some type of relationship with them.
We do work well together with people. We could maybe set up some communications and see how that works with each other. When it comes to aiding us here in the city, we do seem to have things mostly under control. We have found a few undercover agents here in the city who have done a good job of nesting, we'll call it. They have a goal and we have not yet found it. But in terms of needing your assistance, there is none as of now. But we implore you to stay in the city if you wish, and if you find any scoundrels, don't forget to bang their heads in a little bit before you turn them in.
So the rumors of the kidnappings, that's not true?
It is and it isn't. A couple of them have happened, but they have not been fruitful for them, so to say. Let's call it a double agents. We have people who have been acting to be discovered to hopefully be victims of these kidnappings. And then they do what they do best. And it succeeded. Multiple times. Some of these cultists are so airheaded that you wouldn't believe how dumb they can be and how repetitive they get. Doesn't matter how many times they fail, they keep pushing until they succeed. I think that's what is terrifying about them. Their perseverance, no matter how deep the failure, is concerning.
Could I do an insight check on this to see if he truly believes what he's saying or if he seems to be putting on airs?
You can certainly try.
7.
Your best readings into the person is he doesn't seem to be hiding anything behind, there's no really real, like, emotion, so there's not much that he's hiding. It just seems to be words spoken from him. So it's hard to tell if he's lying or not telling the truth. It is going to be completely up to you to figure this one out. There's no hints or gives as to if he's hiding or, pushing anything under the words or anything like that.
Looking at the other people in the chamber, you said there was maybe 4 of them?
There are 4 total. One is him.
Yeah.
He has 2 people next to him, and then 1 person standing by the door behind you guys.
And that guy behind us is just like a standard guard?
No.
No.
He is dressed in some fancy ass robes and has a sword on his hip that looks pretty fucking nice.
Okay. And then the other two with him. Anything special about them? What do they look like?
They have. You can see that they have a wand and books, and they also have very fancy robes.
Okay, but they're just from best we can tell, they're just attendants to the chamber.
He literally called them spell guard as he pointed to them earlier.
Okay, I missed that part, but okay, so fancy ass guards. The sword guy might be like a whatever. Okay, but this is the guy though.
Yeah, this is so I don't know if I actually introduced him. I know I didn't give you his name yet, but he would have said he is the High Mage at some point. He would have mentioned, you're speaking to the High Mage or something. So he is the High Mage.
He did
that you're
drop
speaking to.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he did say that. I didn't know if I missed it or not, but he would have 100% said it if I did end up missing it. So this guy is the High Mage, or at least claims to be.
If there's no immediate assistance and you are working your way, is there anything that we can do to win favor that you would consider starting relationships or conversation with the Altissimum Oculus?
I believe if you just tell your patrons to send us some letters of slight, things that aren't so obvious as to what they're trying to hint at, that we would at least be able to open the communications from there. Once we get information or guidance from them on how to communicate with them, we can open the doors fairly easily. This is a city of high magics, after all.
We will let them know.
Don't forget to check out the city. There's interesting things, the market, a few shops here and there that could spark everyone's interests, and don't forget to check out the docks if you're looking for work still. There are options that remain there. It was
Thank you.
And
nice to meet you all.
What was your name, sir?
My name is Tairn Hornblade III. A lot of people call me Lightbringer.
Quite impressive title.
My brother before me was known as Lightning Spell. My father, and my great-great-grandfather was known as Thunder Spells. We all have some sort of attachment to our spells that attach to the sky.
Well, anyway. Guess we'll be going.
Thank you
He just-
for taking
he-
the time of day.
He nods his head and he says, "Good luck to you all. I look forward to seeing your success in the near future."
Thank you, Lightbringer. We'll help to live up to your expectations.
And he gives you a solid nod, and then he kind of waves his hand at the guy behind him, and then the guy opens the door for you guys to leave.
As we leave and the door closes, I'm gonna look at the rest of the group and just be like, "It can't be that easy, right?"
It's usually not.
No, I think we should take heed of what his words were of explore the city and go to the docks as well. There's got to be something more going on. Whether his boldness is true or he's hiding information from us, or, well, of course from us, but from the court, we best do what he says. Still, I think it will be good to reach out to the Oculus and report back what he has told, but report back that we are going to be trying to understand a bit more.
Okay, I have to skip the song because this is a song for a special someone in a campaign.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
There we go. I have a few songs that I'm saving for when they fight a certain. There's like 4 people that they're gonna fight in Leos that are gonna have like very special like playlist, and I'm saving them.
To the window.
I'm not playing that song while you guys fight any of my fucking enemies in Leos.
Ski ski, motherfucker. Oh, okay.
As you guys begin to walk outside, you see Illustrial as you like exit the building. You see Illustrial leaning against a building on the outside, and she begins to walk towards you. You know, as her staff, like she uses her staff as like a walking staff. And I showed you that picture of her. I should say that she is notably older than that. Probably like a good 30 years older than that picture. Those pictures I showed you.
yeah, but they're all like mages and wizards. They live for like fucking forever.
Yeah, sure, that's why.
Yeah, sure.
Is she an elf?
I believe she is also human.
So half elf?
No, she is human.
Oh, okay.
Does she have like that whole entourage with her? Or is it
No,
just
she's
her?
alone this time.
Okay.
She approaches you and looks you up and down, and she says, "If you don't mind me asking, would you mind telling me what you met with the High Mage for?"
Work? Information?
She raises an eyebrow, and you see her turn her head, and she begins to like stamp her feet, begins to tap like with impatience. "You're not going to be helpful, are you? I guess introductions would be better in order. My name is Illustrial Silverhand. It is nice to meet you all. I am a former Circle of 8 member."
Do I know what the Circle of 8 is?
You can make a history check.
20.
A 20 will let you know that the Circle of 8 is the 8 most powerful mages in Faerun's history. They were 8 mages said to be chosen by Mystra to be able to balance the entire multiverse. They were given special privileges and powers by Mystra herself,
Oh shit. You're
the god of magic.
you're scary
Yeah.
strong, right? Okay. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Vash. And I'll just kind of sweep my hand over to the rest of you guys. Introduce yourselves.
I am Aideen. I play music.
I am no Jay.
I'm Nash.
Music.
Well, Nash Oba, but people call me Nash. Man, this is Jack. If he's potentially not saying his name. We're meeting with him to try to establish some relationships between some people that we work for and see if there was any problems within the city that we heard about.
She nods her head for a few seconds. "I see." And then you see her slam her staff on the ground, and you see the world comes to a entire halt, except for all of you and her. Now that the world is paused for a few moments, we can have this discussion without the worrying of prying and scrying ears and eyes.
Well, that's a rather neat trick.
Yes, maybe someday that you can all learn it too, if you delve deep enough into the worlds of the magics.
We seek the fall of the cults.
Violently.
Yeah.
Well, you are honest at the very least, and I can appreciate that. I am here for a similar reason. I am, like I said, a part of the Circle of 8. I don't know how many of you, she kind of looks among you guys, know who they were, or are, depending on how you like to look at everything. They are, we'll call them a threat to the current world order. The world balance is currently not in the favor of the gods, nor the people living in it. So, some of us have been asked to make some stops along the way and try to give everyone a little push, so to say. And it seems that a lot of the people in Faerun are unfortunately frozen out of either fear or spite or lack of motivation. So, I have been going to each and every of the cities that I can that is not obviously controlled by one of them, and seeking assistance and guidance and towards taking down these individuals. And it seems as though I have found, if not allies, at least a common acquaintance with a common enemy.
I assume you've heard of the Altissimum Oculus?
I have grazed some letters and notes that have had their names on them. I have not looked too deeply into them, as they did not seem to want to be found. And considering that everything and everyone seems to try to follow me, it is good for me to stay away from people who don't want to be seen so easily. Which is why I did, and she holds her hands out, this. So we can conversate.
They who employ us. Sort of. We kind of volunteered. It's very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the very least, we all have one common enemy. Come with me for a moment. I can find a place where we can more permanently talk, as this is about to... And then as soon as she says that, wear out, and then everyone starts moving again. And then she gestures her hand to follow her.
Alright then.
I follow.
I don't see no reason why not to. I mean, she can kill us whenever, so fuck it,
I was
why
like,
not?
yeah. Saying no, so you could turn around and be like, "You're fucking dead."
So you can tell, just from like a quick conversation with her, even Vash would have heard of this probably just from knowing about the Circle of Eight, or even you two who know her from history. She's a really great person. She's actually one of the, on the Circle of Eight, do you know this, Vash, because of your 20? You know what? I'll let you knack to see if you want to get anything more. If you want to add to that history of 20 earlier.
Yeah.
If you get 5 or higher, you can get some more information.
Alright, it's worth a shot. It's a D8. We'll take it.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh.
Aw.
Can I knack my
That's
knack?
fun.
I'm just kidding. No, you can't.
You cannot knack a knack.
Sorry.
If Andrew expends a Bardic Inspiration, I will give it to you. But
I
you
will
have to
expend a Bardic
expend both.
Inspiration. Yeah.
Okay, so you know, Vash, the Circle of Eight is a grouping of 8 powerful mages. Most of those mages, though, are like neutral mages. One of the mages listed on the Circle of Eight that you remember specifically is Mordenkainen. He is a crazy dude, incredibly powerful individual, but he is not focused on, good or evil. He actually onsets some plans that were bad to, more on a moral level to balance the world. And there are other mages who kind of assisted in that matter. There are only really 2 mages on that list that were good people alongside, balance keepers. Illustrial Silverhand was one, and Elminster the Mage was the other one.
Okay.
So you know that she is one of the, just morally great people. Like, when you think of lawful good, she is, like, the epitome.
Alright.
In the good way. Not, like, lawful stupid, lawful good. She is, like, the epitome of being, like, a good, genuine person. She's probably actually more chaotic good because she will do something that breaks the law to help the greater people.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Alright.
So you guys don't have to have a worry of fear here unless you attack her.
Yeah, no.
Whatever,
This
No,
would be
never
a really strong ally for us and our organization.
I mean, she's still
so,
a terrifying
be
person,
ready.
anyways. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
abilities-wise.
If you think about it in a world of, like, magic and power, at any moment, if something stupid were to happen and she got, like, controlled and she does become an enemy, it'd be scary, right? So, you still are probably going to have some sort of, like, even if it's not, like, a fear of her, you're still going to have some sort of, like, readiness if anything were to happen, right? You're always, like, on the brink of, like, I know this person could hurt me if they wanted to. That's a good thing to have for an adventurer. So, but you guys don't get the sense of any danger from her. But she takes you a long trip, and it's a silent walk. But she brings you to Arkham's Invocatorium, and she speaks to one of the people there, and she brings you, and she kind of walks with you, and she takes you and guides you to a circle. And then she walks to the circle, and she raises her staff, and she taps it a few times, and then she says, "Oh, everyone should grab hands." And then she reaches out to hold someone's hand.
I guess.
Go ahead
Yeah.
And-
take.
I'll hold hands.
And as you guys hold hands, you guys are teleported into an interesting realm. A place that, players may recognize, but none of your characters would probably know what the flying fuck you're at right now. Everyone make a history or arcana check. The DC is pretty high, though.
I'll do Arcana. Why not?
I'll knack mine just because I yeah, I will.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
That's unfortunate.
Jack's lost in the sauce, bro.
That's like, what the fuck is going on?
Meanwhile, I'm like, oh yeah, I felt this. I've been here before.
He's not a very learned person, man.
We got a natural 20 on the arcana threat.
So, you guys teleport to a room or outside of like a large palace almost looking place. And you kind of go to this place and you look around and you feel weird. And you realize just from stories and, paintings been written and things that you've been told, you are in Sigil.
Where? Sigil?
Sigil.
Isn't that the city of secrets?
The City of Secrets, the City of Doors, also known as the Cage. It is the center of the multiverse.
Mm.
It is the only plane that is true neutral.
Whoa. We're in Sigil.
And let me show you some creatures that you see walking around.
Oh, fuck.
A beholder.
Yes.
Pushing
You
a
guys-
baby carriage.
You guys don't know what these are, but these things would absolutely make you shit your fucking pants if you were to see one. I'm just gonna drop them on the map.
Man Ray.
Ooh.
Oh, I know what that
Oh.
is. Yeah.
So you see-
He's attacking the city.
You see a bunch of these. You see a bunch of these walking around, and like their eyeballs like switch to you, and you see them like look you up and down, each one of you, and then they run and they turn away and just keep walking, and they have these huge mechanical walks. But like as they gaze upon you, you feel like if it wanted you dead, you were dead. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Those things, by the way, would make you shit yourself a little bit. Like Celestial, you don't feel danger with. Those things, you have no fucking clue.
What?
What a strange and fascinating place.
Why are we here? Just for a conversation?
Because it's a place that we can go with us. We're scrying, listening, peepers. No one can find us or listen. So, and she guides you, and she kind of slowly drags you into a room and sits you guys down on the table. And then she walks away for a few seconds, and then she says, "Well, let this conversation begin. Some food and drink will be on the way. So, I think it is time to talk amongst ourselves. I'm sure there's many questions that you may have, but I'm going to ask you a few first, as I feel I have the right." She lays her staff, she sets her staff down, but instead of it like falling over, it just stands upright on its own. And she crosses her legs, and then she kind of leans into her chair, and she looks at you all. What do you all know of the planes of existence? Any of them, including the one that we're on currently, or the one that, well, we just came from.
The flat.
That is a good-
What the plane is, I believe.
There's many different planes that intersect between each other, and that because of the cult's activity, the elemental planes are imbalanced. We went to the fire plane recently and helped a prince there gets unbound, and that seemed to upset the fire cultists quite a bit.
She looks at Jack.
Rule, I assume.
She looks at Jack and says, "That's a good start. What did you say, Aiden? I didn't hear what you said."
That they're flat
I said
is a
something
good
like-
start.
Yeah.
Yes, flat is a good start. What'd you say again, Aiden?
I said like something like that's typically what planes are.
Uh,
Just flat.
Yeah, and then she looks to you, Nash, and says, "Some of the things you said were right. Some of the things you said were incorrect. The planes do not intersect. Rather, they are intermediaries to each other. Like when you walk from one room to another, there's a door that bars you from entering, correct? You have to open the door to go from one plane to the next. So is it with all the planes of existence. They are all flat and lay either on top of each other or around each other. Most of the planes lay on top of each other, except for, well, the elemental planes, who create a ring around the rest of the planes, and then outside of that is the, well, we call it the plane of chaos, or chaos in general. The elemental planes are, like I said, doors, more literally than the rest of the planes. Calling the rest of the planes a door is a little bit less incorrect. With the elemental planes, when you travel from one to the next, you go from one plane to a para-elemental plane to the following plane that connects to it. And it is like a door. You can go from one plane to the next, and there are bridges between them, elemental bridges, metaphorically and literally, that allow you to get from one plane to the next. With each other plane, you usually have to use some form of a travel device. Let's use, and she looks at you, Aiden. You're a Fae. I'm sure you probably understand this to a degree. Magic mushroom circles. It's a very common travel to the Feywild. The Feywild is its own upside-down, very colorful, and she says that with a weird look on her face, version of the material plane. When you find mushroom circles or certain gateways, you can travel through those to enter the Feywild. So is it with all the other planes of existence, albeit some of them are a lot more limited and harder to come by without some sort of forced opening. The elemental planes create a ring around the rest of the planes of existence, and that those layers of our realms and planes and their ring create a balance. That balance is maintained to keep everything circular and normal, so to say. When things become imbalanced, things get very unfortunate for many denizens of different planes. Both the planes between the two planes having issues, and also the planes of themselves. So right now, the planes of existence are warping, colliding with chaos, but also pushing themselves into the planes of existence. And it's not just the material plane. We're seeing it in the Shadowfell, the Feywild, in some of the upper and lower planes as well. Even the Nine Hells themselves are seeing entrances and issues with the plane of fire and the plane of earth. So the balance is being disrupted heavily, and we are worried that the fusing of all these planes is going to create some sort of surge that will implode the entire, well, known universe.
Seems a rather bit extreme. What would be the point of that?
Well, unfortunately, some people that are evil are geniuses. Most of them are not. So we
So they're
believe
just
that
truly psycho then.
we believe that one of a few things is happening. We believe that because of the power surge of each of them, they are all contending for power, and because of the contention for power, they are forcing their own planes unto each other, and it's expanding because they have nowhere to grow because of that. The other thing that we believe is, and well, let me finish that thought. We believe that each elemental prince, and she air quotes, or king, whatever they call themselves right now, wants to take over the rest of, well, all the planes and become the ruler of a universe, to become an elder god. That is a conversation that we can have much after the rest of this. Elder gods are very complicated. But to fuse the planes and become the ruler of a single plane that engulfs the rest of them would be on par with a power, actually maybe quite more powerful than an elder god. So we are, well, hoping to disrupt these events and stop their growth and power and bring the realms back into a balance of power. The other thing that we believe may be happening is someone is puppeteering it all to see some sort of end. You have all heard of, well, these are called they used to be called the Cults of Elemental Evil, as their name. But do any of you know the origination of these cults before they were individual cults of well, elemental evil. I will take that as a no.
Wait, repeat the question? Sorry.
She asked if any of you knew what the origin before the cults were, the cults of elemental evil, what they were before that.
Weren't they always just cults?
Yes, but no. A long time ago, much before the existence of most of anything in the multiverse, there were beings known as Elder Gods. Entirely powerful beings that were entirely terrifying beings. So much so that they scared not just the pantheon, each of the pantheons, they scared... Have any of you have heard of AO?
My eye twitches.
Has anybody ever heard of AO?
Like the greater god.
In another life. Another life.
AO is the overgod, known as the Overseer. He oversees the entire world. He does not intervene unless it deems it necessary. One of the few times that he deemed it necessary was when the Elder Gods needed to be chained and locked away, pretty much. The Elder Gods were creatures that devoured, destroyed, and wanted to see the end of everything. One of the original Elder Gods created a cult-like following throughout time known as the Elder Evils, or the Elder Elemental Eye over time. And as that grew, it became divisive, and different versions of them seeded off into what we know now as the Cult of Elemental Evils. But before that, they were known as the Elder Evil. And they were a single cult that acted together and meant to do the work of many of gods. The god at the head of the Elder Elemental, at the Elder Evil, was known as Tharizdun. Otherwise known by many people. You may have heard this one in storybooks, as people don't like to refer to his name as some sort of omen or something, but people call him the Chained Oblivion. A roiling black mass of nothing but tentacles and darkness. I'm sure none of this sounds familiar to any of you.
Not to the look of it.
Please continue.
I thought they were a 5-headed dragon. No. Sorry, go ahead.
Tharizdun was a elder god, and he was one of the more terrifying of the beings because he outlasted his existence through the means of the Elder Eye. There's many times in the past creatures have, well, either embodied him or meant to summon him, break his chains, etc., etc. We call him the Chained Oblivion because if he becomes unchained, oblivion will come. He is one of the more terrifying ones because he continues to live on. There are other elder elemental evils that, or elder evils that I'm sure you guys have never even heard of through storybooks or otherwise. Tharizdun is, we'll call him popular, for lack of a better and nicer word for him. He is terrifying, and that is, to no degree, say anything about it. A simple shard of Tharizdun has the means to end an entire plane of existence on its own. And a shard of power is the size of me.
Where is he chained? Does he reside in his own plane?
It is hard to explain because it doesn't exist technically. And that's the best explanation you're going to get. I'm sorry.
Fair,
Probably
I
best
suppose,
not
yeah.
said it.
But okay. Nope, we're good.
Now, I have dumped onto you quite a bit of information. I have some more, but I want to let you ask me some questions in return. So this is a conversation and not a rambling, since I've done well enough to bring it here. And now some food comes, and it's pretty good food. It's like bread and snacks and like tea and stuff, coffee for people, and water and stuff like that for everybody.
Potatoes.
You mentioned that
There's potatoes.
Elder Evil was puppeteering the other cults, so this is implied that this being is still active and controlling these other cults behind the scenes?
Not quite puppeteered them. The cults originated from the cult that followed Tharizdun. When Tharizdun existed long, long ago, it was known as the Elder Elemental Eye, or the Elder Evil Eye. It then seeded into the Elder Elemental Eye, which seeded into the 4 elemental cults that have run rampant for many years, but were non-threats individually. But now that they've succeeded recently in whatever their more recent ventures were, it has become a problem. We believe, potentially, that someone attached to the Elder Elemental Eye, or the Elder Evil Eye, whichever one it is that they are following, if it's more recent or even deeper into the annals of history, that they are potentially puppeteering this. We have no evidence at all. It is mere thought-provoking curiosity and potential that we speak of.
What if one were to have dreams about Tharizdun? Hypothetically speaking.
She slowly turns and looks at you, and her eyes are wide open. Excuse me.
So I've seen the what you've described in a dream. It is very scary and menacing. But also I have no connection to it other than it came to me in a dream. That's probably not a good sign, though. So is that something maybe your Hateful Eight group should check on or something?
She wags her finger at you. It is not good, because that means we are probably on the right track of a puppeteer. Secondarily, that means you may be being targeted to become a shard of Tharizdun.
I don't like that.
I don't think you would. Have you ever heard of Ceramorphosis?
No, but I understand the word morphosis.
Ceramorphosis is when a Mind Flayer infects you with a tadpole, and it is an incredibly painful and powerful process that completely changes your entire body and soul. Actually removes your soul and strips your soul away from your body. It is intensely painful. Becoming the Shard of Tharizdun would be Ceramorphosis on a planar level.
That's not good.
Shit. Oh, pardon
Okay,
my
but-
language.
Okay, but why Vash, of all people? No offense.
No,
She just shrugs her shoulders.
good point. Huh. Well, it's good to kind of clear that up, because I have been worried about what the hell that was. So,
Well, now you should be more worried.
yeah.
I recommend that anybody who seems to be at the head or related to roiling darkness, black tentacles, creepy dark things, blinding absence, stay far away from them.
Yes, sound advice. Thank you. Anyway, so, question for you. Would it be a good idea for us to put a word in with our superiors over at the Altissimum Oculus to try to contact you or your 7 friends? And,
Oh, do not get it wrong. I am the only one currently in charge of this. They are handling the other planes and keeping them in check. I am in charge of the material plane currently.
okay, all right. Well, do you want us to try to have our superiors reach out to you? We could use all the help we could get. So that's why we're here in the first place.
That could be entirely beneficial to both parties. My goal right now is to build alliances and create, we'll call them small militias, of people who are willing to take down the cults through separate groups. So if these individual groups that you work with can help with this, or this entity that you speak of can help with this, that would be greatly appreciated, because it could hopefully expedite the process.
Yeah, it sounds like our goals align, so I think we have a future relationship here budding. Another question, or have we asked too many? I don't want to
She
impose.
she shakes her head and says, "Continue."
One of the reasons that we were sent here in the first place was we were told that there were elves that had gone missing. When we spoke with the Lightbringer, he had mentioned that that was kind of an undercover op and that he was aware of it and that's all under control. I just want to make sure that that's all on the up and up. Is that above board, or have you heard anything different?
No, I believe that he is being as honest as possible, although he does frustrate me to the highest degree, that High Mage. I used to hold his position at long ago, unfortunately. He has been the one to succeed me after, I believe, his father. But it does seem indeed true. He does not seem to be lying or hiding that information. Rather, it is frustrating because he will not help us attack the cults directly. He wishes to forego the direct route and slow down or scare the cults into, at the very least, a ceasefire, because they don't want to pull too many resources or assets away from places of importance to them. So he frustrates me. But it does seem like he is at least fighting against them, even if it is only locally.
While we were in Tornhold, that's where we were able to find a strong connection with the Plane of Fire, and were able to pass a trial to free
Nope,
the
wrong place. The Cloakwood.
Cloakwood. I'm so sorry. Cloakwood is where we were able to find a strong connection to the Plane of Fire, and where we were asked to try to find more strong connections to each of the elemental planes. Do you have an idea where we might be able to seek more of these? If we are able to free these princes, it may benefit all of us in what we're seeking.
I would likely be able to locate what you're looking for, but it would take me a little bit of time so I can do it correctly, and it would be immensely dangerous for each of you. So, if that's a risk you're willing to take, I would gladly help you all.
I
I
actually
have a
think
question.
that that's the whole reason that we are what we are. So we would like that. Please, Noche, go ahead.
We're made aware that Heresy, one of the heads of the cults, is here in the city. What is her purpose here in the city?
That is what I was been trying to figure out. Unfortunately, I'm trying to avoid saying her name so loudly and easily as we walk the streets, just in case. But I have not found a good reason as to why she is here, although it does make me quite a bit nervous.
Is there any other cult activity in Silvery Moon that we should be aware of, aside from Heresy being here?
There are two things that potentially worry me. There are a few places in the city that seem to be, I'll call them heist locations for simplicity, where they seem to be targeting and looking to steal items of importance, whether they're just powerful magical items, important notes on magical items, etc., or even just important pieces of knowledge. They seem to be trying to gather this information. The other thing that we are worried about is... I'm yawning, hold on. Potentially the docks. The docks being a central location for ease of transportation, and it being so close to the, quite a large body of water, we worry that they may try to do something there. We don't have evidence on the docks that is more than superficial, but we have plenty of, caught attempted thieves for the heists. Most of them claim to be travelers and adventurers, but some of them have quite literally the symbol of the Howling Hatred carved into their bodies.
We've seen that too. Haven't we? Or am I thinking of something else?
I don't know if you guys have
We've
met
seen-
anyone that's had it carved yet.
We've seen stuff with the Crushing Wave, but not the Howling Hatred, I don't
Okay.
think.
Alright, yeah. Misremembering. Scratch that then. Well, that's concerning. Do you have any more details about the first thing that you had mentioned, the Is there? I mean, are we able to even help with this? It sounds like these are things that we could investigate while we're here in the city. The docks, and you said potential heists, or am I?
That was a way to simplify everything. The docks would be much more useful if you were able to find or prevent anything altogether. The heists seem to be doing pretty well in terms of prevention. It just seems that it seems to be a high target of theirs, and we don't know what's going to happen, who they're targeting, or why they're targeting anything exactly outside of powerful items.
Huh. Okay.
It doesn't seem to be coordinated well enough that it is a concern yet, but that does raise the brow to why. Out of the 4 cults, the Howling Hatred seems to be the more intelligent ones, the more calm, collected ones. So it does beg the question as to, well, why they are not ever doing everything so sloppily.
Well, try to make themselves look bad so we don't actually see what they're truly doing, maybe.
Will you be here in the city for a while, or?
I will be traveling. I likely won't be in the city, but more than another day or 2 at the max.
Is there a way for us to get in touch with you if we were to discover something at the docks, or a good line for our superiors at the Altissimum to...
If you have the ability to cast Sending, you could easily contact me that way. Otherwise, you will have to wait for me to send to you.
True. Okay. All right.
Would Sindon Stone be safe as well?
As long as you... well, I don't have a matching Sending Stone for it to work so much, so...
That's fair. But, oi, Nochi, are you able to handle sendings?
That's quite fine. I'd be able to do so.
Surely someone at the Altissimum Oculus can also send a communique if necessary, I would think.
Well, none of them know her, so she would have to make contact first.
How do you know they don't know her?
Excuse me, do you know them?
What does
I don't know
anybody
them.
really know?
Well, I just learned that the greater god is trying to destroy everything, so that's new.
So we felt an elder god. The greater gods are mostly good individuals.
Sorry for that all. Sorry. So,
Greater God, good. Okay.
So the greater gods are the 12, the circle of 12, or the, I think it's called I forget what they're called exactly, I always forget off the top of my head, but it's like the circle of 12 greater powers or something, or it's like the 12 greater powers. They're the 12 greater gods is what they're called. And then the elder gods are different from greater gods. And also greater deities is like a thing, lesser, greater, minor, etc., etc.
Yeah, intermediary, yeah.
There used to be intermediary, I don't know if that exists anymore.
Oh.
Featherweight, welterweight, bantamweight.
Yeah, pretty much. Bantamweight god. Is there any other questions before I begin to speak on my next topic of discussion? I will tell you as a no. So, the cults have locales in which they are the most powerful. 4 temples that reside on the... I don't want to say surface, because they're not on the surface. They are underground, different locations. They used to be in a place known as the Desaran Valley, but they have been shifted and moved through what magics, I would assume, some powerful ones, but those temples are places of importance and are access to the next locations underneath, elemental zones, so to call them, in which they are all, how do I describe it? Doing the deeds, where they are all committing the acts of terror and tyranny that we hide and run from. So our goal is to build up a large enough base that we can attack the surface levels of these areas, create entrances for groups to enter the temples, raid the temples, and then find their ways into the lower levels where they can hopefully destroy the remainder of the cult in these places. The two fears that we have are, well, there's quite a more, but they're attached to each other. But the generals, chosen leaders, whatever you want to call them, all of the individuals who are powerful higher-ups within the cults. And then the other ones are another two in one. The elemental lords, we call them Arco Elementals, and the portals that they will be guarding, or will be originating from. Those are the things that we worry about. We don't know how to close a portal to the plane necessarily so easily. So we will have to find... Our goal is to find a way to do that. If we can close the portals to the planes of existence, we can weaken them. Once they are weakened, it will become much, much more manageable to defeat each of the... Well, the Lord, the Arco Elementals. So our goal is to build allies, create a siege, so to say, where we just force ourselves through the entire, well, army of cultists.
I'm in.
Preparing for all-out war.
Unfortunately, that seems to be so.
What is that to the end of the world? So,
Well,
well,
end of the world
not
wouldn't be correct.
multiverse.
It'd be... Yes, that one, end of the multiverse, would be much more correct.
That is definitely something that if we can do anything to help out with, it's worthy of us doing.
Into the multiverse. I'm not sure this.
Some would say guardians of the multiverse.
So, what more can we do at this time?
Right now, I need you to keep on the path that you have been going on. Discovering, investigating these cultists, seeing what you can prevent with all the evils that they attempt to commit, communicating that information to your patrons and myself would be incredibly helpful, and just gathering as many allies that would work with us as you can. Those few things in tandem should create enough of a escape for us to end this entire thing. And then over time, I will begin to reach out to you to hopefully discover some of these locations where you can, well, make a difference. Like you said, with these planes of these powerful attachments to the planes of elements, and anything else that I may be able to send your way for assistance.
Would definitely be a worthy cause.
Yeah, I'm in. Sounds like we'll be doing some investigation at the docks in the meantime. And like you said, we can contact each other via sending when anybody finds out some more information, and we'll pass along what information we can to our higher-ups to get in contact with you.
Alright, no, give me 1 second.
Nosuke.
Nosuke.
Baka.
Yeah.
So, she stands up, she reaches her hands out to shake each one of your hands, and then she says, well, I guess it'd be time to send you back to where we came from. I will be sending you all back, and I will be staying here for some time to do my own research and try to gather as much information as I can. If you need anything, as you said, you can send to me, and expect to hear from me soon.
Thank you for your time and your trust.
She just nods her head and then kind of says, good luck to you all.
And good
then-
luck to you too.
And then she teleports you guys away. And you guys are back in the Invocatorium.
Oh,
wait.
well, that's where she took us.
Yeah, she took you to the Invocatorium to teleport to Sigil, and then she teleports you back there. Through a circle.
The Invocatorium. Ah.
I hope I never go back to that place. That was terrifying.
Found it quite exciting. Being in a realm that no one has, or not many people have traveled to, and seeing what lies beyond is quite exciting in its own way. Who knows what mysteries and secrets lie there?
Perception check to see if Noche has a boner right now.
Go ahead and make the roll.
No, that's weird, man.
If God says you have a hard on, you have a hard on.
Oh no! Is this the conception the Christians are always talking about? Did you forget to ask someone for permission?
Jack, you were rather quiet back there. Is everything all right?
I just didn't feel the need to interject.
That's fair. Sometimes.
I did my job. I got us in the door.
Fair. That was rather bold. I'm not in saying what we were doing here. Is there a reason you trusted him to say so?
I didn't trust him at all. Still don't.
All right.
Sometimes boldness pays off. Whether we trust him or not is one thing. I do believe everything she said, though I understood extremely little of it.
I did. Yeah, there was a lot. But it sounds like the best thing for us to do now is go to the docks and see what's really going on there.
It seems so.
And since the docks will be like a thing that will happen to, we will end our session there. Before we get off, I have a quick notation for you all. When we get to the intermissions, I'm going to try to make all of like the little side quests concise, so it's not a bunch of travel time bullshit. So what I'm going to do is I am going to give you guys options in terms of like, because obviously it would take travel time to get to places, right? So I'm going to give you guys the options of spending money and teleporting to get to places to be able to do multiple quests instead of choosing, or you can choose for that part. And then once every quest, because very soon you guys' bastions will be done, you guys will get to take bastion turns at the end of like each quest, rather than like once, just randomly 7 days. I'm like, oh, take one. We're just going to say at the end of each quest, on a side quest, you get one.
That's fine. Yeah.
The other thing, I am going to send you guys some information on the side quests that are going to come to you specifically, but there will also be individual ones. So side quests to remember, just so you guys know, because there's going to be quite a bit on this next intermission. There will be a few in the next one after that, but then after that, it's just straight the rest of the campaign.
So war, baby!
You guys have Axon's side quests, Eldyra's, and Adane's. You will get 2 for Adane, 2 for Axon, and you can get 3 for Eldyra total if you do the first one that you guys didn't do the first time. Then you guys will have each of your own side quests, and then you guys will each also be. You guys will get to be able to do one of each of the portals, pretty much. I'm going to give you guys individually a description of like your side quest, like what it's kind of like. Not like a crazy description. You're not going to get all the details, obviously, but you're going to be like, hey, this is kind of what's going to be going on. This is what you're given for information, and I'm going to tell you guys your guys' reward. So if you want the reward, obviously your character doesn't know that you're going to get the reward, but you can, if you like the reward enough that you want to chase the side quest, you absolutely can. And if you don't want to, then that's totally fine. You don't have to do side quest. All the other stuff will be fuck around and find out. But your individual stuff, I will let you guys decide if you want to go with them or like forward with them or not. And when I say individual stuff, it's not like attached to like your main story, so you're not gonna miss anything. It's like completely side stuff. Like it has nothing to do with your main story. And it might be attached in the sense that like it's coming from someone in your story or something like that. But it's not going to be like if you don't do it, you're missing out on your story. So just remember that part when I send you guys crap. But yeah, there's going to be a ton of side quest options on this next one, and then there will be quite a few on the one after that, and then that is pretty much it. And then it'll just be straight campaign until we're done.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Exciting.
Does anyone have any questions before I hop off?
Nope.
What is the meaning
No.
of life?
42.
I was say
What?
14. 14's cooler.
How are babies
42 is Jackie Robinson's number.
How or what?
made? Babies made.
You see, when mommy and daddy love each other very much.
When they hold hands, and then later that night the stork comes.
When your mom fucked your dad.
Okay.
Me mother gave me a talk when I was started working at the brothel about some things, and
And then later on, he went into the woods to remind himself. Too much.
Anyways, have a good night, gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Yes, good night all.
good night. It was good to finally meet with all
You know
the
what?
gentlemen.
Bad night. Fuck you guys. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Good night.
Fuck you.